What is up? I like scary. What is up, guys? What is up? Hope you guys are having an awesome day. I'm having an awesome day, man. Feels good to be a horror fan, you guys. And I planned this video, you guys, because I think this has to be done. It's only right, you guys. It's only right to do this. I think it's only right. I see Damon Kennedy in the chat says, I love this show, man. The show loves you, Demon Kennedy. We have the one and only Jalissa in the freaking chat. What is up, Jalissa? We got Column. What's up, man? We got Chris. What is up, Chris? What is up, Chris, you guys? We're finna get started. Got a few guests coming on. This should be good, man. Matter of fact, I know it will be good. So, you guys, don't even trip out, man, because I just feel like, wow, hold up, you guys. One moment, guys. We're getting started. Oh, that was my fault, you guys. It was my fault, you guys. I apologize. Oh my god. That was my fault, you all. Don't kill me. That was my fault, you guys. Let me see. Getting it set up for you guys. One moment. Don't kill me. I like scary. Got a lot to talk about today, though. I'm excited. Getting these people. Getting these people from TikTok in here, you guys. This should be good now. We should be good, man. This should be good. I like scary. What is up, guys? Man, to start off the freaking video, first off, you guys, I'm gonna bring in one of my guests, man. You guys know him as Nightmare Corner. Great friend, awesome content, and I'm starting to call him my horror night buddy. You guys, the one and only Nightmare Corner. What is up, Nightmare, man?
Hey, what's going on?
What's up, man? This stream will be crazy. I was freaking actually fishing today. I did have some family time, and I came up with it last minute because we were talking about Creep Show and stuff like that. And I said, man, I have to really talk to the guys about this because it got interesting when people that even they weren't even interested in horror, but they remember as kids and stuff like that. So first off, man, to start off the stream, Little Joy has became a member of the channel, man. Joy, I am so happy for you becoming a member of the channel. You've been talking about it for so long. Man, it's amazing, Joy, to have you as a member. You've been supporting since day one. I'm so happy for you because I know you're going to enjoy that behind the scenes content, Joy, and all the benefits that come with it. And you did keep your word, man. That's one thing about Joy. So, Joy, I appreciate you, man. Love you, man. Love the support you have for the channel, the love you have for Michael Myers, and the consistency in the chat. That's why you have, man. You gotta love Joy, and you deserve this, Joy, man. Once again, thank you. You know what's coming.
Yes, we'll gather at the river, the beautiful, beautiful river. Gather with the saints at the river.
One more time for Joy, you guys. You gotta love Joy. And you guys definitely in the chat, give him a warm welcome. Give Little Joy a warm welcome. Becoming a freaking member of the channel. He's officially a scary, no longer a subscriber. No longer a subscriber, he's a member.
Yes, we'll gather at the river, the beautiful, beautiful river, gathering the saints at the river.
Bro, I love that song, bro. I'm not gonna lie, as a kid, Nightmare Man seeing that, and then seeing the dust blow up in Donald Pleasant's face, I used to crack up, man.
Yeah. I don't think there's anything more adorable than Dr. Loomis smiling in that clip.
Yeah, it's like he's looking at him like, you motherfucker, you're gonna start singing and we're getting wasted in the car. So definitely, man. Once again, Joy, I appreciate it. And I have a small video for my channel members. I have to do this. So, it always does this little glitchy thing, though. Let me try to do it perfectly. Shaping the Shadows, Jalissa Mendoza, and Chris Jackson. Oh, Joey, if you just became a member tonight, I will get that done for you and add you to the list. You will now be featured in the beginning of my videos, man. How about that? So, Nightmare, man, this has been her day's been good, man.
It's been good. I'm getting out of work. I thought I had a chore to do, and I guess not. So I was like, hey, cool.
Man, I know we talked about, we're gonna get to it. The the scariest horror stories told, but I told you, man, about Black Phone. We don't have to. We can keep it spoiler free. I just want to,
definitely.
Man. So I know a lot of people say they don't like it, but it's like what is it? Isn't to like,
I you know what? When it comes to horror movies like that, like the Black Phone, I think they may not like it because they expect blood and guts and slasher and gore and stuff like that. But one thing you got to remember is that there's other aspects to horror. There's psychological. There's real life. Obviously with the kidnappings and stuff like that. So there's different ways that you can approach horror. It doesn't always have to be blood and guts and sex and drugs and rock and roll. I liked it. I really did enjoy it. I look at it two ways, and this is without spoilers, but I like the movie for what it is, and then I have my personal what I would have liked to have seen and stuff like that. This movie is it's more of a it wasn't really about the grabber. It was more about the victims, about Finney, going through and survival and things like that, and the ambience and all the things that played into this movie that creep you and scare you out. Ethan Hawke, I really hope that he continues to do like horror and villains and stuff like that, because he was just awesome. I stated in my video that he was such a good actor that even with a mask on, I was able to tell the faces he was making behind the mask. You were able to read it, and it takes a lot of energy and a lot of skill to be able to bring a character to life when they're just behind a mask. Now you got Michael, you got Jason, who are very, kind of still and stiff, but when you're playing a masked character like the grabber, a lot of the body language, a lot of your tone in your voice, it's kind of tricky to deal with. And I know firsthand about that because I'm a haunter and stuff like that, and I dress and scare and all this other stuff. So yeah, it takes a lot of energy. And it's a science almost. Not anybody can just put on a mask and go. It takes some training. You got to think like the character. You got, what would this character do in this situation, and things like that. So Ethan Hawke did amazing on it. But definitely how the movie was filmed. The time, the time frame and stuff like that was awesome. I feel that. When we talk about it with spoilers and stuff like that, we can get more into some other things. But the one thing is that I loved about it was like they don't explain too much about the grabber. Yeah. Right. And that's the one thing that I said in my video was, don't explain the monster. You don't have to explain the monster all the time. You want to leave it with some mystery and as to why he does this. Why does he select these kids? Like, leave it a mystery, and I think that's one thing that they did is they leave it to your interpretation. Yeah. And you can speculate, what you think and all this other good stuff. I will say though, I did profile him. as I was watching, and
Mhm.
when I think back about the movie, what I saw. So I mean, I have my theories just based off of his actions and things that he did in the movie.
Yeah.
That kind of give you a picture of why he does what he does and things like that. But
Yeah.
I think like a lot of people, they look at this movie, whoever doesn't like it, and you're entitled to your own opinion. And, that's fine. I'm not saying you have to like the movie, but it's hard without talking spoilers, but you have to go in with an open mind and watch it, enjoy it as it is. Listen to
Yeah.
people's thoughts and things like that, because some people are just gonna think, well, I didn't see any killings or stabbings or blood and guts and all this other stuff. Well, it's not all about that.
Yeah.
And I'll explain more when we do the Clash. But overall,
Mhm.
a good movie. I mean, I recommend it. It's definitely this year gonna be the top movie, as far as
Yeah.
horror goes, until Michael comes out,
Yeah.
and then we'll see.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, I already, like I was telling you off record, was that he's definitely, I have categories of my own horror movies and things like that, and I
Yeah.
mean, he definitely, when it comes to real life horror, he's definitely up there, like with the top 5.
Definitely. I definitely agree with everything Nightmare said, man. Like, also Nightmare said, I can't say too much as I feel. Man, it will be a field day if I can say spoilers because the movie's that good. So I cannot hold back too much longer. That's why I got the live scheduled. I put out spoilers already on the channel, but it's so good of a movie. Like, I'm gonna be honest, man. When they announced the house, being at horror, and I was like, man, I don't know, man. I don't think they're rushing it because they did it with Jordan Peele's Us. They put it out early and stuff. So I'm like, man, I don't know, man. They're kind of rushing it, but I'm so happy. It's like they had confidence in themselves. Like I'm telling you guys, might be upset, but just see the movie and you will be, excited for the house. So they definitely shut my mouth, man. I'm so excited for this house. Like, you know, you guys seen the trailer, so you pretty much know it's about a kid getting abducted and being in this basement with this creepy guy with this mask. I'm excited. The movie for me is a 10 out of 10. It's one thing that I had to complain about. I just feel like some opportunity was missed, and once you see the film, you will understand what I'm talking about. But like I said, man, me and Nightmare in the future will get more in depth to it. I called him, fanning out once I seen it. It was so crazy. I'm so
Yeah.
happy you liked it, man. I just feel, for the people that, at the end of the day, everyone has their opinions, but for the people that, say it's not scary, anything like that, you have to, when you go into the theater watching this, you have to put yourself in these kids' shoes. Like, think about you being a parent or something, and your kid doesn't come home from school or something like that, or something, just put yourself in Finn's shoes, that is really. I get Amber Alerts like every other day where I stay. A white car has pulled off with a 6-year-old. Be on the lookout. That happens every day, and that's what I think created the fear for me because it happens every day. And the wife had pointed something out right when I got off the video chat with you, Nightmare. She said, "You see these houses we're passing?" I'm like, "Yeah." She's like, "What if it's a kid in one of those basements and we will never know?" I'm like,
Yeah.
that's what makes black phone scary. You will never know. If it wasn't, man, I'm gonna shut up. I'm just
Well,
shut up.
it's like that real story. I can't remember where it was, but there was a guy who he was in the middle of the block. He had neighbors,
Yeah,
and I think he even had his like basement soundproof and all this stuff. But he kept that white lady in his basement for years, and neighbors were like, we were surprised. Like
yeah,
seemed like a normal guy, regular guy, and we didn't like. That's the scary part. You don't know what somebody is doing in their house, what's going on in there.
yeah,
Me personally, I wasn't scared or anything of it. Like I said, it takes a lot to scare and creep me out.
mm-hmm.
But the one thing I do love though is that when there's a character that I like the grabber, and I know people are scared or they're crying because they're scared of him and they're freaked out and creeped out.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't my character, but it makes me feel good to know that people are afraid of this character, and that's just the hunter in me, is because, and I think that's part of the downfall is why I don't get scared at some of this stuff is because I'm so used to being the one to induce fear and scare somebody and creep them out, so it doesn't, it's going to take a lot,
Yeah.
but, yeah, no, I mean, like I said, I recommend people to go see it and, try to look at it differently than what you're expecting. You know, if people are going in there to expect, you know, like a Michael Myers or a Jason movie, you're going to be disappointed. You know, just go in there, watch it, keep an open mind, watch what's playing before you as you watch it. You know, no expectations. So.
Yeah, definitely. Nightmare put it in the best way I've heard. Just go in there, you know, with an open mind, and don't go in there looking for a slasher type of film. It's real life horror. That's the best way you can. It's really like dead ass real life horror stuff that happens every day in America. That's how you have to look at it, for sure. Shaping the Shadows is in the chat, man. He also came through with the super chat. What is up, Shape, man? With the super chat, man. I appreciate that, Shaping the Shadows, man. You're awesome. And I also think Shape is actually going to see it tonight. Shape, let me know. I know you mentioned that you were going to check out Black Phone. Was it going to be tonight? Let me see. So Jalissa said this, Nightmare. She says, was there a lot of jump scares in the movie, or is it more suspenseful, keeps you on your toes type of movie?
It was, it was more suspenseful.
Mm-hmm.
It definitely suspenseful because like I said, the one thing that's about this movie, and this is what Robert Englund said about the remake and why the remake of Nightmare on Elm Street failed, is that you introduced the villain so damn fast. You had no time to build a relationship with these characters, and that's why it was the timing, right? We saw Freddy, boom, boom, boom. It was just go. Here, you actually start off knowing Finn and his family and friends and the community and things like that, and then slowly you start seeing the shark Finn come around and take out until finally it's obviously your main character's turn. Jump scares, I would say yes.
Yeah, it's like
yes. I know. I did get a jump. I did jump. Like I got like whoa shit because I wasn't expecting it.
I think I know what you're talking about.
But the tension in this film is so thick that like this is honestly the first time that I've ever rooted for the villain and the hero. Yeah. Now I since I was a kid I've always voted for the villains and the bad guys, you know, but watching this because I feel for the kid too. You know, I'm not evil myself, but I mean I felt for the kid. But you were able to fall in love with these characters and build a relationship by watching them on the TV. Like you feel like you said in your video that you posted, Brand. You feel like you know these kids and these and you so it's so suspenseful because you see him in here and you're like, you know, oh shit, hurry up, he's coming, or hurry up, he's gonna see you, or do this, you know, and so it keeps you on your toes, definitely. Like I don't think there was you had a little bit of comedy in there that was necessary because I say there's necessary and unnecessary comedy, but you do have a little bit of a laugh in there to kind of like break it, but it's like a split second because then you're right back to being like, oh damn, you know. So it's very suspenseful. Definitely.
Yeah, definitely. It's like, you know, with this film, it's like you don't get too much downtime, but it is like a slow burn, but it's a good slow burn because it's worth it once it kicks up. Like once it's up there, it's like it's stuck. It's no going back down. The pace is going. It's like the ball is rolling. His sister, I loved Gwen. She's a firecracker. She's awesome. Be looking out for her, man. Gwen, the character who played Gwen, she's going to be in other films for sure.
Hey, well, I got something to excite you that I was reading in the car before I took off at work. So Joe Hill, who wrote the short story for the Black Phone, he already approached the director about a sequel with an idea. Now, Joe Hill is very secretive and tight on his stories and everything that he's doing. But they said that he was so like, if this movie does well, we need to make another one. And that Joe Hill was like, boom, here's what I want to do. And he hasn't told nobody what it is other than the director. And if we do a sequel, this is how it's going to go. And they want to get Ethan Hawke to come back as the grabber, which at this point you have no choice but to bring it. I don't care if you have to pay him $1 million. You need to get Ethan Hawke back. And that's where it kind of goes into what we'll talk about when we talk about spoilers. I can get more in depth with the grabber, but I mean, like I said, I want to know more about him, but I don't want to know too much. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, I'm excited because if that's what they're going to do, you know, because I wanted more. I wanted more of the grabber. I wanted more I just wanted to see him do his thing, like, and the way he just was acting in this movie, like I never knew Ethan Hawke to be a villain, and like I
Yeah,
said, I was watching an interview, and he said, you know what, I'm like 56 or something like that. He's like, it's time to go to the dark side and do some.
yeah,
He's ending his career, as he's getting
yeah,
older. So he's like, why not?
yeah,
My job as an actor is secure. I'm good. I'm famous already.
yeah,
Now I can go downhill because I'll retire after whenever I feel like it. So
yeah,
I'm glad he's saying like, screw it. I want to play these bad characters.
definitely. So in the chat, little Joey says, "What's up?" First off, what's up, Dominic? He says, "Brandon, I got some huge Halloween ends news, and I got this from Phantom Empire, who has, yeah, they have an awesome channel. Shoot it to me, little Joey, man. I would like to know that. What is up, Danielle? She said, I heard Black Phone. I heard of the Black Phone. I probably have to get it on DVD as my friends are too chicken to go see the movies. Um, it's awesome. It's awesome. Danielle said my area deals with Amber Alerts too, and it's very scary. Yes, it's like everywhere. It's freaking scary. You can hit me up on Insta, Joy. Tatum said, Brandon, I'm going to become a channel member soon. Definitely, Tatum. I appreciate that, man. Definitely, the support is amazing when you guys, because we're going to get more into that later in the stream about being a channel member and me planning a private watch party. But we do have the Goosebumps watch party approaching. Let me see. Trying to get these out before we get started. Okay. And Yale says it's mostly when horror deals with real life situations like kidnapping, etc. It adds to the chill factor in all audiences, horror fans or not. Definitely, that's true. Yes, it will. Being live stream helps definitely. The Shape and Shadow says, yeah, I see. I knew it. He's going to see it tonight. Can't wait. We're leaving here in a bit. Enjoy it, Shape and the Shadows. And you got like the pregame here with me and Nightmare Corner. We're telling you, the formula how to go in with this mindset with this movie. And it will be the best movie you've seen. Putting yourself in the shoes of these kids and stuff like that. And you're a father, man, so you're going to understand a lot. Jalissa says, you're awesome. Hey, if you're interested, look up Gory. Oh, man, you're talking about my sister, Gory, man. She's awesome. She has an awesome channel, Gory B. Check her out. She's a big Leprechaun fan. Definitely check her out, you guys. Gory B on YouTube. No, it's all right, Tatum, man. Definitely. Gory is cool. Anyone, YouTube, Brandon, you're so awesome. Thanks, Tatum, man. You're awesome also. Jalissa says, okay, I'm down to go see this movie. All right, we ain't caught up now. What's up, Jay Dead, man? Seen you last night on Craven Strain. You guys are awesome, man. But yeah, man, Nightmare, I'm happy you liked it, man. The reason I knew you would like it because it's a lot of horror movies they drop that are very corny that people are. I'm just being honest. Like the movie Countdown that came out with the app. It's like you have 300 days to live, and people enjoyed that, and it's like. But you don't like Black Phone.
Right, yeah.
This is real life horror, bro. Like, I don't know, man. I can go all day about Black Phone. That's how much I love the film. I'm actually planning on going to see it again in the theaters to just take everything in one more time. I love doing that. And Tatum says, tell me your rules, Brandon, the membership levels. I have so many levels. One moment. I have so many levels of memberships, man. It's crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy because I definitely, like I said, like I told you before, I Black Phone at first didn't catch my eye. I wasn't interested in it, and then when you called me freaking out and stuff like that, I'm like, okay.
Yeah,
But I am curious though. Like I'm excited for HHN when they drop the house and we get to go through it. I'm just so curious as to how they're gonna stretch that and make it into a house.
Me and a wife came up with something that's so cool. We're gonna wait to tell you tomorrow though. It's Black Phone related and what we think because it's gonna be a mixed house with freaky, so it's gonna be kind of off. But I know what I think. I kind of think it could possibly be good the way they do it. The transition wise, it's gonna play a big part in transition the way we think because we've seen how they did Purge and Happy Death Day, and we sat there and thought about it, and it's like they're definitely going to do that with Black Phone. We're definitely, but I want to save that for your stream. Definitely, you guys, I will be going live over at Nightmare Corners channel. Definitely check them out. We're going to talk some horror nights. So if you guys are horror night fans and plan on going this year, and we're actually going to be making our own speculation map, so this should be fun. I can't wait, man. And Helveton will be there, right? Helveton's.
Yeah, Helveton's gonna be there. Yeah.
So yeah, you guys be on the lookout for that tomorrow at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And
Yeah, it'll be 6 your time, 5 mine.
definitely, guys, come on over to Nightmare Corner tomorrow and check it out, man, and just kick back and chill with us, man. But to you, Tatum, before we start off with the stream, I have my levels of memberships. Let me see. So I have the Scaries, which is $2.99, members only, live chat priority, reply to comments. Then I have the Karen package, which I feel is the best package. For it depends on the type of person you are, but with you, man, you get early access to new videos, member shout outs, photos, and status updates behind the scenes, include on the upcoming fan film or season of the Boogeyman, exclusive member only videos, member only live streams, and you get private watch parties with the choice of picking the film. Allison, $9.99, exclusive members only. Pick a figure for me to unbox, pick a horror movie to review. Dr. Loomis is $14.99. Member shoutouts, early access to new videos, pick the topic of the video, exclusive look on upcoming projects and events and filming locations, private watch party. The Lori Stroll package, $24.99, connecting on social media, private watch parties, gameplay with you, early access to new videos, exclusive member only, and coupons for merch and rehauls. The Boogeyman, $49.99, which you guys, I already know, but this is just there to be there. But exclusive members only, member shout outs, photo and status updates, fan film behind the scenes shots, priority reply to comments, private streams, and content creator advice and lessons, exclusive behind the scenes of events and fan films, including horror conventions and filming locations, and coupons for merch and rehauls. So there you go, Tatum, man. Feel free to pick whatever one you want. It doesn't matter. You don't even have to be a member. I still love you guys. Just throwing that out there. Oh man, this chat is crazy. Helveton said it's going to be a little late. I know Helveton, man, because Nightmare. We talked about this. We got into it. He was sharing. He did a little, share screen, and we were going down memory lane, and they got real crazy. We were like, man, I wish Nightmare was here. But we know.
Yeah, I was watching on lunch. I saw some pictures and stuff. I was like, God damn, I wish I wasn't at work right now. But yeah, no, there's a lot of good stuff there. And I actually ended up on my Amazon Prime. I got Paramount Plus because all the Are You Afraid of the Darks are on there, plus the reboot movie or series. Mm-hmm. But then I got sidetracked because then I saw all these old school Nicktoons, like Cat Dog on there, Real Monster. I mean, there was just so much nostalgia there. And I ended up watching a couple episodes for me. Courage the Cowardly Dog is on there, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. So definitely a lot of good old school horror stuff on there too. Tales from the Crypt Keeper too, dude.
Yeah,
is on there. Yeah.
I love Tales from the Crypt, man. We're going to get into it, Nightmare. You're the perfect person to be on there because I know you're a big Creep Show fan, Tales from the Crypt. So
I love Creep Show.
Definitely. And I'm happy the direction we're going, you guys. We can talk Michael and stuff like that, but I'm happy that we're starting to get that, that crowd that loves that nostalgia, Halloween feel and horror. And because, once Halloween goes, the rest, we're going to have this to talk about. And so I'm happy with the direction, that I'm trying to put the Clash in so we can be very universal. I want to put some horror nights in there too, man. So it's going to get to the point, I think, Nightmare, where we want it. And we can talk about the things we love and just not what other people love, because that matters also. The stuff that we love matters also, and stuff we're interested in, So,
definitely.
Little Joyce said, when you get a chance, check your messages, Brandon. All right, after this, you guys, I'm going to try to get on rolling. I know I told you I would check it, so I'm going to check it. Michael Myers inbox me. Well, and Halloween ends. Remember that guy that said Michael will die in the first 15 minutes by a firing squad? Well, what's wrong? We won't see Michael till at least 30 or 40 minutes in. They will focus on Hannaford and catch up on us in all characters. After the time jump, and Michael will have some 78-ish vibes, but will also be a different Michael. Remember, sometimes there are things wrong, but there are 80 or 90% right all the time. Yeah. So basically, Joy, that theory that you just said is basically my golden theory. Like I told you, man, that's the only way that they can do ends, bro. If they do it that way to explain the 4-year time jump. So, Joy, I told you, man. Don't say I didn't tell you, Joy. I told all you guys that, in Phantom Empire, they're usually kind of right. So I told that's the only way to make it clean and clean up all the holes in it. So, but man, we have to talk about it, man. Nightmare. So first off, Nightmare, I know you've seen it, man. I know for a fact if you haven't seen this, I will be so shocked. So, what you feel out of all the stories, from scary stories to tell in the dark, which one you feel that that you liked and you were entertained by? Which one you thought that was creepy, man? Because I'm a big fan. I know a lot of people, they don't dig it. They didn't even like the movie. I liked it. It gave me a very like Halloween feel, and
Mm-hmm.
just the season with the Harold the Crow, which is my favorite story. But I want to know yours, man, if you've seen it.
Like from the movie or from the books? From
Right.
the movie that came out?
Both. You can do movie and books.
Okay. It's kind of hard because there's a lot of good ones in there, and a lot of them are really iconic and things. I would say my top two out of all of them, my number two would be Harold. The
Yes,
Crow.
yes.
Because I love the fact it gives you it's like a Tales from the Crypt and Creepshow type vibe where the bad people or the bad guys always get their comeuppance. They get what's coming to them, and it's kind of like a bully story where Harold is beaten by these farmers and treated like crap, and he had enough. And then the scariest part I remember out of that book was when one of the farmers forgot something and he turns to go back.
Yeah.
He sees Harold on top of the shack or the shed or whatever, and like lays out the other farmer's skin. Dude, it just gives me chills when I read that like sentence or two that describes it, because I could just picture in my head like turning and just seeing like this scarecrow just like somebody's flesh over it, And so that's my number two. My number one would have to be the Hearse song. Where don't ever laugh as the hearse goes by, and I think that's my favorite because I mean you can obviously see I'm into horror and scary shit, but and this is gonna probably sound weird, but I'm very into like death and serial killers and I mean just all that cool stuff. I mean it's the macabre, there's a channel I watch with a mortician that talks about what happens to your body when this and what happens when you get cremated. It's all interesting stuff, when it comes to bones and taxidermy. I love it all. And the Hearse song really captures that, especially when you think about, the worms crawl in, the worms crawl out, they eat your stomach and things. And I'm literally torn because when I die, there's two things there's one thing I really want done with my body. I obviously want to be cremated. And then I already told Jay, like, you're going to go to Disney World. You're going to pour a little bit of my ashes in a Dr. Pepper cup with some Dr. Pepper and accidentally spill me out onto the Haunted Mansion grounds in the cemetery. Nobody will ever know. It's the perfect idea, right?
Wow.
Yes. So that's what I want to happen. But then at the same time, knowing me, and I'll kick myself in the ass in the afterlife, do I really want to miss out on the experience of driving in a hearse, in a coffin, into the ground, that's the macabre side of me. Like, do I really want to miss out on an opportunity, even though I won't be obviously alive to experience it? But I think it's cool to like get buried and have bugs eat you and your skeleton and it's just cool. So it's like I'm gonna have to flip a coin on my deathbed and just be like, A, I rot in the ground, or B, I go become the 1000 ghost at the Haunted Mansion, So, but yeah, the Hearse song, I just love the vibes that it gives. And I'll send you a video. I forgot, what is it? Rusty Cage. He sings a version of it, and it's so awesome, dude. And it talks about like the flames come up and drag you down. Oh my god, it's just awesome. But yeah, definitely the Hearse song gives me those. That's got to be my number one. It gives you those feels of death, and eventually everybody's gonna die. So don't laugh about it, because when you're next, it's gonna happen to you. So,
So did you like the movie?
I liked it, but it could have been a whole lot better. I think for me, what I liked about it was because I get to see Hale. I get to see Harold.
Yeah,
And I got
Harold.
to see the red door and
Mm-hmm.
the big toe and jangly man. That's what I liked about it. I
Yeah,
didn't like the way that they played it out where like you don't read the book reads you. Yeah, get the
yeah,
hell out of here with that shit. I literally thought it was going to be like a Tales from the Crypt or Creep Show thing where they
mhm,
have every story acted out, and it just
yeah,
merges into the next one.
yeah,
That would have been cool, is to see
yeah,
each story come to life. Like just kind of like ABCs of Death.
yeah,
How like each letter had its own. That's what I was expecting.
yeah,
Not
yeah,
this whole, Sarah, whatever, and the book reads you, and
yeah,
Dad, I love you. If something goes wrong, like, wait, what do
yeah,
you mean?
yeah,
But I mean, like I said, it was, and then it was weird because what's his name, Guillermo del Toro. He
yeah,
did amazing with how the creatures and stuff worked and looked like. But I just wish they could have did a different way of doing it. And I
yeah,
don't even know if they're gonna do a part two. They left it open for a part two, but it's like it depends on how you do it.
yeah. Because it was weird. Like in the theaters, I loved it. It was weird. Like in the theaters, I loved it. Like seeing this book come to life. But when I watch it at home, and by the way, Jalissa said, Brandon, the other day you brought up nostalgic horror shows. You brought up scary movies to tell in the dark. Did you know that show is on Netflix right now? Yes, I do. I was actually contemplating thinking about watching it tonight. They have it also on there. So first, yeah. Also, what's up, horror gang, man? Welcome to the stream. But yeah, man, I feel how you feel, Nightmare, man. It's kind of like it could have been better. Certain scenes felt kind of like it's a lot of down moments in there, man. It's kind of a lot of down moments. I got bored, but it was
I mean,
okay.
for a book that was banned in several schools when it first came out because it was so dark and macabre, like I didn't feel that from the movie.
Mhm.
Yeah, creeped out at the pale woman and jangly man, that was
Yeah,
cool. The little nods from other stories that were in there, I love that part, but I just wish, like my thing is that if I get you want to get a new generation of fans for things,
yeah,
but at the same time, don't cut the original nostalgic feel for those of us who grew up with it to do
yeah,
that. Like they're either gonna like it or they're not gonna like it. But like that movie should have been a lot darker. That movie should have been
yeah.
a lot more scarier than what it was. Instead of,
Mhm.
well, we don't want to be too, no, screw that. It's scary stories to tell in the dark. Like I had to get permission to rent it from the library.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
those were dark, and some of those stories, growing up, I
yeah.
remember my dad got it for me from the library and would read me one story every
Mhm.
night when I went to bed.
Yeah,
And I remember so many stories that when he left and shut my door and it was pitch black, I'm like scared shitless. So it's like that's what I wanted to see out of that movie. But you win some, you lose some.
yeah, definitely. I agree, man. That I didn't like how they shot the story that I didn't like, even though they shot was the was it the what is it called with the toe?
The big
It's
toe.
the big toe, yeah, the big toe. That I didn't like how he ate the soup or whatever, and his toe was in his mouth. I'm just like, it was cool in certain ways, but it was kind of like, man, you guys you could have captured this moment way better and creepier. He has the toe in his fucking mouth. He's under the bed. But I did like the feel though, how he's like, the one guy, I forgot his name, but he's like, I wanted to be Spider-Man, not fucking Spider-Man. Like it
Yeah.
was like that part was funny. Like it
Dude,
was
his mother cracked me up too. Like, be happy the Lord provided. I'm like, oh my god.
and I
I
really felt that because it's like I remember growing up sometimes having not the best horror costume or it's kind of like bootleg in ways. So that was funny to me, man. I'm like, what the?
yeah, totally. I remember one year we went trick or treating, and I forgot what I went as, but my brother was Freddy Krueger, right?
Yeah,
So I mean, money was tight. Obviously, we were poor and stuff like that. And my dad got a sweater spray painted it green and red,
yeah,
and put the hat on my brother. We were able to get like the very cheap plastic Freddy Krueger hand.
Yeah.
And we went to a neighbor's house
Yeah.
and we go trick or treat, whatever. And she goes, "Oh, your costume's cool." And she's like, she looks at my brother and she goes, "What are you supposed to be, a bum?" And I died laughing. Oh my god! I'm like, first off, he's Freddy Krueger, and then my dad's like, he's Freddy Krueger, and she's like, "Oh, I'm so sorry." I mean, he had the glove and everything, and the look at his face was like, "I don't look like Freddy Krueger." I was like, because we didn't even have like a mask, we had to like paint black and red, so he legit looked like just a bum, with a red and stripe, But I was dying when she's like, "Oh, are you supposed to be a bum?" It's like, no, lady, we look like that every other day out of the year. Why would I do that for all?
Man, I would have freaking lost it just hearing that. You know how it feels. You have your mask on and everything, your costume. You're like, man, I know this is going to be it. I walk up, I want to get a compliment. That was, as being, a young trick or treater, the number one thing you wanted candy, but you wanted someone to compliment your costume. Like, oh my! Or I used to like stuff like this. Like if I'm walking, I'm like dressed up like Michael. You see a kid walk past someone younger than you, or even an adult. They're like, man, look, he's Michael Myers. You can hear it through the mask or whatever. Like, bro, I'm doing good. So when you get a shit comment like that, like, are you a bum?
Yeah.
Take this shit off right now.
Yeah, because I mean, even to this day, like when I dress up and do my haunts and stuff like that, you in your mind you're like, yeah, I'm fucking Michael Myers, or this is so cool, And so I mean, you feel like that character, and you're legit. I mean, that's what Halloween's about, being somebody different for a night out of the year, Yeah. And no, I totally get it, but I felt so bad for him when he said you were a bum.
Nah, that's hilarious, man. To walk up and be so confident, trick or treat, and that is freaking crazy.
Smash your dreams in front of your face.
Man, I have to do a stream like that too, because I have a lot of funny, trick or treating moments, man. For sure. I remember the one year where bag snatching was at its highest, man. Especially where I stayed, the bag snatching was crazy. I'm talking, it was to the point I remember. The next day, the complex I stayed in were putting like flyers in people's mailbox, and they were talking about, because this is when I was a little older. I was probably like in the 8th grade, but they were just talking about, that they had cameras, they're gonna catch who did this and stuff like that. I'm like, man, I never got my badge snatched because I was aware. I knew how they rock, and it's always the people with the just the most basic costume. Probably have on like a glow in the dark skull mask, or they're definitely coming to snatch that bag. You're not going to see a ghost face that has like a robe on or something snatch a bag, or someone that don't have time to run. Just look out for the people that has on those hoods and the freaking skull mask and hockey masks. They're definitely looking for an extra bag of candy.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I think that would be cool to make a movie about something like that. I think about stuff, call it, the bag snatcher or something like that. But maybe they snatched the wrong kid's bag. They come back on them. Like, I just like I just like stuff like that. That's just me though. I think that.
What movie? Have you ever seen Tales of Halloween? I think it's on Amazon and Shudder and stuff like that.
Bro, no lie. I thought I was the only one who's seen that. Is it the one with the kid? He knocks on the guy's door. He has one like he's the devil.
Yeah.
I thought I was the only one who watched that, bro. No lie, like
the kidnappers like take the wrong kid and ends up being like this demon kid, and he's like, "Nope, he's yours. You can't. We don't want him." Dude, that movie was so epic. That one and the Christmas one too, the one that has Santa versus Krampus on it.
Oh yeah, I forgot the name of it. I seen that too.
Yeah, those are really good. I love the fact that like since Trick or Treat came out, they started doing videos like that, anthologies. Mm-hmm. But yeah, that Tales for Halloween is really good too.
Yeah, man, I actually love that. So when I first showed the wife that, this is when she didn't see Trick or Treat. She thought that was Trick or Treat. She was just like,
yeah.
I'm like, it feels like Trick or Treat, but it's not. This is Tales from Halloween. But I love that. So I think it's so underrated. If you haven't seen Tales from Halloween, you guys, definitely check it out. And for the members, for the members of the channel, I definitely want to do a private watch party with that. I definitely. What's up? This is my design, man. What is up, man? Welcome to the stream. I definitely like to do a watch party with that, man. For the people that haven't seen it, it's awesome, bro. I love it. It's a
Mhm.
great movie. Danielle said, unfortunately, we don't have trick or treaters anymore, so we just decorate for nostalgia. Man,
Yeah, it's tough. Yeah, a lot of areas over here by me don't do it. I'm like the only house that's decorated on the block. It's a dying tradition, and it shouldn't be.
definitely. Um, what's up, Aaron? Man, welcome to the stream. See, now that's one thing. That's how you know, man. With these streams, bro, we come on and just try to be as natural as possible because we ended up talking about scary stories. Jump over to trick or treat, and it's like I just can't wait for the season. I feel so good for some reason this year about the season of Halloween. It feels so different. I don't know why though. It just feels like maybe I feel like last year I got some experience, so now I'm prepared. I don't know. I don't know how to explain it, but I just feel
Yeah.
like this year is going to be different.
No, I feel it with you 100%. It's crazy because obviously I'm going to HHN this year, but I'm so used to building props and sets and throwing out a whole yard haunt and scaring the crap out of kids and haunted houses. This year is different. This year, I told myself, you know what, I'm going to do something for me and let me enjoy it. As Halloween. Like I don't mind what I do, I love it, but I never get to actually enjoy the holiday, because I'm always working for, to make others happy and stuff like
Yeah.
that. So I was like, it's the 31st year for HHN, I'm going to do it. But
Yeah.
yeah, no, but it still feels different though, because like you said, I really don't know what it is either.
Yeah.
It's just something. Maybe it's because it's like Michael's final year,
Yeah.
for now, and maybe it's like, Halloween stuff is starting to come in the stores. I already got my store plans for Halloween. We got fall candles in, dude. We had a pumpkin spice. We put an end cap up with pumpkin spice and all these fall. Dude, I opened that candle and took a whiff of it. It was like fall. I was like, dude. I was like, now I can't wait to smell the mask latex and the fog. And I mean, I'm ready.
Definitely. Did you see the Michael Myers candle from Trick or Treat Studios?
Yeah.
Oh, I wonder how that smells, man. Bro, I don't know if they still sell them, but the first year I went Horror Nights used to sell these freaking candles that it was like they were fog. They had like I smelled the fog one. I smelled the fog one. I remember opening up, it was a silver top. And I want to say it smelled like fog, but it did smell like a haunted house for some reason. I don't know what was it about the candle, but I smelled the fog candle, but I can't remember the other ones they had. Maybe it was like candy corn or something, but they were cool. I haven't seen them in a long time. It was the first year I went.
Yeah, there's a company. I got to figure out what their name is, but they make candles. Like they can make candles that smell like the Pirates of the Caribbean ride, the Haunted Mansion, the churros, the popcorn. Like they got all these different candles that when you want to smell like whatever ride or whatever.
Yeah. Danielle just said an awesome comment, and Aaron, I seen you said it also. He said we got to do a big Halloween live this year. First off, Aaron, that would be so cool, but I have to have Nightmare on that stream, so we would have to probably plan that a little earlier. Like I told you guys, this Halloween season, I will try my best to make it feel like you guys were in the spirit, the most spirit as possible. I'm gonna try to do some nostalgic stream, try to make my own AMC Fear Fest. I'm gonna try so hard to make it just feel like something you guys can look forward to. We got Nightmare on and stuff like that. Just talking the season of Halloween, and I will even do. You guys call me what you want. I think it would be so cool if I had Nightmare, Helveton, and everyone else on the channel. And we just do little cool stuff. Like, how back in you're in school, Halloween week, they give you like the pumpkin silhouettes. And you can do your little designs and drop. Yeah. That would be so cool.
Dude, that would be so cool. Do like a pumpkin carving contest live, Hell yeah, that'd be dope. I'm down for that.
You guys, we have to do it.
You'll just see us like this, like, yeah. And then our pumpkin. That'd be awesome.
You heard it first, man. Nightmare Corner, I like scary. This Halloween season, you guys, we have to do it. I have to get this done. So we're going to do it. We just want to make the whole October so fun. So we got our first idea, you guys. Comment a pumpkin down below if you just heard what Nightmare Corner said about us having a freaking pumpkin carving contest live. Oh, my, that would be so crazy,
Dude,
man.
or they even sell like you know how you have the gingerbread houses for Christmas? They
Yeah,
come out with haunted house ones too that we can do.
nightmare, man. How the hell did you just? It just came out of nowhere. I had
Bro, I am a Halloween. You know, I am a Halloween freaking fiend. I love Halloween.
yes.
I wish I was born on. I thought about changing my birthday illegally to October 31st. That's how much I love Halloween.
Oh my god.
Like I tell Jay all the time, you know what? Don't give me nothing for my real birthday. Just make it Halloween. Halloween's my new birthday.
Yes. Oh my god, bro. That I'm just thinking about that, man. You said you're gonna change your birthday, man. That would be cool, man. We have to do that. A freaking pumpkin carving contest live, and we show it off to you guys. I'm gonna figure out some other stuff also. Man, we have to make October so exciting on the channel. So definitely, man. I think that's gonna be cool.
Hell yeah.
Jalissa dropped that pumpkin. You guys, and by the way, man, you guys are freaking amazing in the chat. I'm seeing comments coming in like crazy. Let me see. Aaron Rouse, you got to have the Nightmare and Horror Gang whole crew on. I'll pop on too if that's cool. Definitely, man. You guys, I know some of you guys get nervous, man. That'd be so cool if we had like a big Halloween stream or something leading up to Halloween and get some of the subs on here to talk with us, you guys, and share some of your Halloween moments with us, man. That would be freaking crazy. So Nightmare, man. We talked about, the freaking scary stories, man. So what? I talked to Helverton about this. So how did you feel about the Goosebumps films, and how did they, did that? Like, did you dig those, or like they were kind of like just put together as a cash grab, or?
Yeah. The only thing I didn't like about the movies was they didn't use the Goosebumps theme. I would have loved that.
Yeah.
If they used the original TV show theme, but the theme that they ended up making for the movie is good too. I'm not dissing it, but just for me, because my old ass, it's nostalgic. But no, I enjoyed them. I really did. I like the fact that Slappy looks more towards his book look. I mean, I had absolutely no issues with it. I love the fact that you saw different monsters from the books in there, especially in the first one. Mm-hmm. My favorite one, I love the first one, but because it says Haunted Halloween, dude, I went ape shit when that movie. I was in the whole movie, a grown ass man, 30 something, 20 something years old, like, because it's. I was like, I knew, like, when Slappy and the Halloween decorations, dude, that is my dream, is to have Halloween decorations come to life,
Yeah.
And, you saw the Headless Horseman. I'm a big Headless Horseman fan. The pumpkins coming to life. And Mr. Chu, I think his name was, the guy who was decorating his house.
Yeah.
And, I cracked up, and Jay looked at me. He's like, that's you. When he's all like, Halloween is so nice. He's like, look like in the movies, and that's exactly how I am. But I mean, I loved it. And, when I figured out when I watched the first one that Jack Black did the voice of Slappy, I had to sit there and like go back and be like, no. And then you can kind of hear it. Yeah, he played Slappy. He did Slappy's voice, and he did the Invisible Boy too, like the little grunts and screams.
I did not know that, man.
Yeah, and like I want the original life-size doll from Trick or Treat Studios, but I'm hoping they come out, because I love the actual ventriloquist dolls. Matter of fact, I went to the antique store the other day, dude. I found a ventriloquist doll, the old school one with the stick, and his you can turn his eyes. What? Dude, it's in my car. It was awesome. But I would love for them to come out with like an actual from the Goosebumps movies. Yeah. But I loved it. I loved every minute of it. I still watch it, every now and then. So,
man, bro, you just made, bro, I've always wanted a ventriloquist doll. I think they're so creepy, even if it's not Slappy, even the Halloween Kills, when the guy's on the stage with the one he's talking, and they're just creepy. They have a creepy vibe to them.
I text Jay to see if he can bring it in from the car.
Definitely. Oh my! I have
Yeah,
to see
it's a legit vintage one. Like, I mean, he's even got like the hole in the back. You would put
Yeah.
your hand and you can grab the pole,
Yeah.
and like you can move his like head up and down, and like it's broken because it's so old. But I can turn it, and you'll be able to see like his eyes like move to the side. It's pretty cool.
So was it pricey? You would think something like that was very pricey.
If you get a very good one or a decent one, they're like 300 and up. This one I got lucky and I only paid 120.
Wow.
And I'm looking up how to fix it because, like I said, I can still do whatever in the stick.
Yeah.
I can't move it back and forth, but I mean it'll at least move to the left.
Yeah.
And there's videos that I can learn how to fix them. But yeah, no, I definitely had to get them because you see my trunk with all my puppets and my dolls. So
What I have to start because I've heard people they're going to these antique shops. They're going like Halloween hunting. I have to get into that because people find some awesome stuff. I just seen someone find a Goosebumps vacuum mag set through like an antique type of store. I'm like, bro, and this, they're not even paying that much for stuff like this. So I guess I have to get off my ass and start looking around, man.
Yeah, I go to the thrift shop. There's a Goodwill by my house. That one I just found, which is big. It's got like a whole bunch of different antiques, but there was a lot of horror stuff there. When I first went there, I didn't film it because I didn't know what was going to be in there.
Yeah.
But there was so much like Universal Monster stuff. There was, dude, they had a frame. It was $20. They have a picture of Bozo and Cookie from the Bozo show with their autographs on it. $20. So I was like, I got to go back and get that because I love Bozo the Clown. I grew up with Bozo too,
Yeah.
And but yeah, they had so much cool shit.
Wow, man. You got me thinking now, man. I want a ventriloquist dummy. I think that would be so cool. But like you said, even off the fact that it is one, but now you got me wanting the freaking Slappy from the Goosebumps movie because I love the way he looked also.
Yeah.
So man, I just wish sometimes Trick or Treat Studios would hear us out, man, and just
because you have the vacuum form of Slappy from the book.
Yeah.
I don't know why you wouldn't have the one from the movie,
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I mean Jack Black did good voicing him. Like I said, I'd never noticed until, I was watching the credits jamming to the theme of the movie, and then I saw Slappy Jack Black. I'm like, what? Like, oh hell no.
Yeah, that is crazy.
Yeah.
Man, I'm actually planning on watching that tonight. I told myself no sleep. That's why I kind of scheduled the live a little early. I have to check out that again, man. I remember I went to the theaters to go see that, and I loved it, man.
Oh yeah.
So I'm going to check it out tonight again. Little Joy said, Halloween is my favorite time of the year. For just the smell and the fall leaves and the costumes, and every year Halloween is so much better when a Halloween movie is coming out in October. And yes, that is absolutely true, man. I agree with you, man, Joey. It makes Halloween 10 times better knowing that Michael will be on the screen Halloween season. Julissa said, oh my God, yes. I low-key kind of be shy, awkward probably, but I love to talk to the people in the chat face-to-face through live stream. I told you guys, I did Discord once, and it went very well. Some of you guys were kind of nervous, but for how I think I will start it back up like the Halloween season so you guys can be comfortable and have – I know you guys will talk horror, but, it's kind of easier to talk about the season of Halloween in some type of ways. It's kind of more easier. Aaron had a great question. Said, what do you guys think of the newest Ghostbusters? I thought they did a good job linking it back to the OG Ghostbusters. I actually did like the new Ghostbusters. You had my guy Finn in there from Stranger Things. He did a good job. I like the Ghostbusters, man. Anything with Halloween on, if they do it right, I'm gonna like it. So I liked it, man. J Dad said, I know I'm new to your channel, but I'll be glad to help you with the Halloween live stream. I have a bad stuttering issue, but if y'all can put up with it, I'll try. Man, it is okay, man. We understand. Everybody, people are not perfect, man. So long as love horror like us, man, definitely, man. You got the courage to get on here and talk some horror, man. We won't mind at all. But so we just talked about the Goosebumps. So you got me thinking. So did you like the Goosebumps part 2? Did you like the part 2 of the movie?
Oh yeah, Haunted Halloween. I freaking love that one.
Yeah,
I think I love it more than the first one just because it's on Halloween.
Yeah,
and the Halloween decorations and stuff, dude. I loved it. I loved it. As soon as I knew they were doing that, I was like, we're gonna go see that. We saw both of them in the movie theaters, and after that, they were talking about a part 3. Now,
Hmm.
I can't remember because it's been a while, but I could have sworn, because you remember at the end of the first one, the Invisible Boy still has to get his revenge.
Yeah,
The second one, R.L. Stein got into the book.
yeah.
So there's kind of like two different ways they can go with it. But I heard when they were talking about the third one
Hmm.
that they were talking about having a set in Horrorland, like a Horrorland theme, and that would be completely bonkers, because you think about it, you had the monsters come out in our world, you had Halloween, they come to life, and then now, like, we're in the book. Why couldn't we end up in Horrorland? Because now obviously we're going to see R.L. Stein in the Goosebumps world.
Yeah.
They came to our world. Now we're going to their world. What better perfect place to go into the Goosebumps world other than the Horrorland?
Yeah, definitely. I definitely agree, man. I'm starting a fanboy for Goosebumps. I'm gonna be honest. I've been a big fan, but it's like it's getting so heavy on me now. I don't know if it's like a mix of nostalgia and memories, and it's like I want it back so bad, or I don't know, man. It's starting to really become like something that I got a certain feel to my collection. Michael, and I got certain stuff. It's like a certain feel. But I'm kind of growing on I have to have Goosebumps, like a section like a big section, nothing small. I need something huge from Goosebumps in my collection. So it's starting to come to the point I just fan out at certain moments.
No, I get it.
Definitely. Column said, getting worried now for the amount of leaks on Reddit. I don't have a good feeling about this for ends. I stay off Reddit. Everybody know how Reddit gets around the time when movies getting released. I don't know how the hell to get the info, but sometimes I'm gonna be honest, man. When you want to find some leaks for a film, Reddit will have them. So that's why I never deal with Reddit, and that's where majority of the kills leaks were. And yeah, man, I just stay.
I look at it this way. I get people want to know what's going on, and you got leaked. Stay away from leaks. Stay away from Reddit, guys. Enjoy the movie when it comes. Don't be in a rush to find out what happens, because I'm going to tell you, when 2018 came out, when the soundtrack released before the movie, I was listening to the soundtrack, and when I saw at the end that the song said "The Shape Burns," I was so pissed at myself. I didn't know it was going to happen, but I was so pissed that "The Shape Burns" was there, because now I'm thinking, great, now I know what's going to happen. So just enjoy it. It's fun to speculate. We can do that all day, but don't go looking for info. Don't go looking for leaks, because it's going to ruin it for you. Trust me. I've been there. It happened to me. I try to ignore it. The only info I get is if, obviously me and Brandon talk, or, stuff like that. But I'm not going to go looking for it, because, I wanted everything to be a surprise. I'm even thinking of not even, as much as it's going to kill me, I'm thinking of not even watching any of the trailers or teasers. Like, just go in it totally spoiler free.
Yeah, definitely.
It's gonna be hard, but
yeah, I agree with you. Nightmare. It's kind of at this point how movies get shot and stuff get leaked. It's kind of scary because all it takes is for you to do one scroll at the right moment, and you scroll and you see something. And I know it's like you can hear it, like, oh shit, but it's too late. You already seen it, so now you have that image in your head of you seeing what happened. So you go on that movie, you can't even have that excitement build up. Like for instance, when Michael kills the firefighters. Imagine if that scene would have got leaked. It's not going to. I mean, they show a majority of it in the trailer, but you know what I'm saying? It's like, and that's another thing, they do bad jobs with trailers, man. You guys put too much in the trailers to make us want to come see this. You guys know we're going to see it, even if you show Michael walking down the street and leaves blowing. As a fan, you're going to go see Michael Myers on a big screen. You don't even have to show that much. But so when they start showing stuff it's like they're trying to explain us what's going on to get us in those seats. Like, come on, like we got a good kill coming. Like, man, we're going to see it. We're fans of Michael Myers, So that's where I think they mess up a lot. Also, showing too much.
Yeah.
Let me see. But let me see. We got Phantom Empire. Let me see. Same. I'm not watching any trailer, so someone is doing the same thing you plan on doing. Helton Jay Dead said he plans on not watching any trailers. So, man, Creep Show. What is your favorite story out of Creep Show?
Oh, movies and the TV show.
Yeah,
Oh God. Well,
movies.
I will tell you, it's not my favorite, but it creeped me the hell out. The one with the guy who plays Daryl's brother from The Walking Dead, where he
Yeah,
had like the Chinese lady on like the head and that was going around like on that spine. That creeped the
yeah.
hell out of me. Um, but oh, it's so tough because from the movies, it would be the crate with
Mhm.
Fluffy that was in
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
Um, and then from the TV show, I would have to probably say the companion.
Hmm.
The one where the older brother bullies like the little brother, and he
Yeah.
finds like the farmer's house and the scarecrow.
Hmm.
I just love that. See, again, I'm the type of person like I would love to have been in that, like to have like one of my monsters come to life and be like my guardian and shit. You know, that one was just it was just chills all over the place. Like I love that. Like the scarecrow came and like killed his brother, you know,
Yeah,
and then the story of the farmer and stuff like that and
yeah.
how it came to life, like perfect. That was like one of the best ones.
Definitely, man. Those right there are probably the best, Creep Show. When it comes to Creep Show, man. With the movie, I kind of agree with you, Nightmare, man. With the movie, I like I kind of like with the Indian. I like the Indian, where it's like he's on that was so creepy to me, where they come in, and I want that Indian so fucking bad. I want it. I want it. I actually got a Creep Show comic book. I got the Creep Show comic book. They had them at
Yeah,
FY.
the adaptation of the movie, right? Yeah.
Yeah, yep. I had to get it, man. But
Chief, what was his name? Chief.
I forgot his name.
I'm gonna look it up.
And what's crazy is I remember we had like towards the end of the year in the summer, someone brought Creep Show for us to watch, and at school, and the fucking security guard was like, "Man, what is this? They letting you watch?" We had a substitute, and I
Chief
remember,
Woodenhead.
yes, I want that so bad. Like I would love a life size of that.
Yeah.
Oh my, so
His hair is gonna get me paid and laid.
yes. So, did you like the TV show, the rebooted TV show, or the
Yeah, I love the TV show. The only one I didn't like was like the holiday special that was like all animated. Like there was a couple ones in there that was kind of more annoying.
Yeah.
You know, like the Circus of the Dead, where it was like comic. Like I that one was so hard for me to sit through because I was like bored. But yeah, no, it was really good. They had good episodes, like the one where the little boy's mom dies.
Yeah.
And he's living with the abusive uncle, and then like the toys come back to life. And that one kind of made me tear up because in the beginning, when his mom, before she died, she's like, you need to find some, real friends. And like they're panning his room, and he's like, but these are my friends. I was like, I started tearing up on that because I was that kid. I was exactly that kid. Like my room had nothing but monsters.
Yeah.
And they're legit were my friends, like, I mean, this is my family you see behind me.
Yeah.
In my videos,
Yeah.
And when I saw that and like his toys come to life and stuff like that, that was awesome. That would probably be my my third one.
Yes, I agree. That right there, I freaking loved it because it was like the abusive uncle. He's like, "What is this stupid stuff?" And I want to say I can't remember too much, but then he had like ordered like some type of kit or something. It was like
like make your own character.
Yeah. I'm like, bro, I know this is not going where I think it is going to go, and it went where I thought it was going to go, and I'm like, I love this, bro. This episode right now, I wanted more from that. Like it was so cool, and then they followed up eventually with the Bob Ross type of guy.
Yeah, that was a good one too.
That was a good one. So I like that, man. I didn't end up finishing the series, but I plan on doing it. But it was good from what I seen, when I was watching it. So I we're same thing. We're growing the same thing when it comes to Creep Show. You gotta love those.
Yeah. And it's so cool because like if you really pay attention in each episode, there's always a nod to the movies. Like you'll always spot the ashtray from Father's Day.
Yeah.
When she hits her dad, or you'll spot like, I don't know, something from another, one of the episodes or something like that. Like there's always Easter eggs and stuff. And I got two of them. I still got to get 2 more. I got the companion mask, and then that purple from the first one, that like
Oh
monster
yeah,
blob or whatever.
yeah.
But like the creep, I have, and I got Fluffy, the mask up on the wall.
Hmm.
And I think Mezco's, those Roto dolls
Yeah.
that we came out with, they
Uh-huh.
came out with a Creep Show one, and I pre-ordered it of the original Creeper.
Yeah.
So I had to pre-order it. I'm like I said, I love Creep Show, Tales from the
Yeah.
Crypt, the horror comics, all that crap.
I have to get that mask of the. I have to, man. I
Which
haven't
one?
been up to find it. I want to say it's the one of a lot of people have it. I think Trick or Treat Studios made it. It has like the little hood, and it looks.
Oh, of the Creep?
Yeah, the creep of the creep.
Oh, this one?
I know you got it, man. Yes, bro. You guys, I swear, all bullshit aside, you literally have a Halloween store. Like,
Is that him? I can't see because of the screen. Are you
Yeah.
looking? Yeah, this is him.
that is it, man. That's the one. I have to get that eventually. You got Fluffy. Oh my.
Yeah, that one is it's a half mask
Uh huh.
and with a strap so
Yeah.
the hood can come around, but it's a fucking badass mask.
So, did you get that from Trick or Treat when they, brought it to us, or did you like find it at another store or something?
No, I ordered it from Trick or Treat. Yeah, when it comes to Creep Show and Tales from, I don't play. I hit pre-order.
I don't play.
I'll tell you. The only reason I don't have the other two masks is because I think when they released it, if I'm not mistaken, Christmas time. So I kind of had to, pick
Yeah.
and choose. Do I give presents for people I don't even like, or do I get my masks?
Yeah, definitely. So did you get the Creep Show figure, the claw figure?
The what?
The Creep Show, I think it's an 8-inch claw figure.
Yeah, I got that. I got the Father's Day reaction figure, the Fluffy reaction figure, the Creeper Funko Pops. I still got a couple of the Creep Show ones I got to get, but it all hit around the holidays when they were coming.
Yeah.
I was like, what the hell, But it's good though, because at least I have a goal now for my collection, more to hunt for. So
Definitely. One moment. She got a message from help. I still messed up. All right. So, another thing I want to say, man, Nightmare, we're definitely like the same in ways, man. I've peeped it, going through literally going through streams with you, man, when it comes to horror nights, Michael Myers, like that's I don't talk a lot about the stuff that I love that's besides like Halloween and the mainstream type of things, but like Creep Show, Goosebumps and stuff like that, bro. Sometimes I feel people don't want to hear that shit. I'm gonna be honest.
yeah, it's true.
Yeah, the way that horror set up now, it's like that's why I'm trying to be different and make a difference and be consistent with other stuff besides like Michael, so you can get everything on the channel because Stranger Things is my favorite TV show. And I'm gonna be honest. I keep everything. I just be honest. I put up a freaking video of Stranger Things. Someone important will die. It got freaking 30 views, right? 30. But it's like if I were to put some Michael news up, it's fucking skyrocketing.
Yeah.
That's something as a community we have to fix, guys. It's like because we love stuff too, just like you guys love stuff, man. I love freaking. I'm gonna say I like scary, but I love Stranger Things. It's my favorite. I want to talk to you guys about it so much because I really love it that much. But it's like I guess you guys are not that interested in Stranger Things, but you love Michael. I understand people like Michael more. I love Michael. He's my favorite. But it's like you guys, we have to kind of be a little universal. Not anyone in my chat or anything, just YouTube in general, not you guys.
Yeah.
I just feel like, how me and, Nightmare talking Creep Show and, just, scary stories to tell in the dark and stuff like that. That doesn't get mentioned a lot when you go look on other channels. And I feel like that's where a lot of people are messing up. I'm not trying to talk about anyone's channel, I promise. But it's like when you
That's it.
when you try to talk mainstream horror a lot, Eventually, Michael's going to lay down for a few years. Eventually, Ghostface will lay down for a few years. And all we're going to have is the things we had growing up. You know, the stuff in history. I mean, we might get stuff like Black Phone. We can talk about. That's the beauty of brain. That's why I said, you guys, people say they don't like this film, and there's nothing wrong with that. Everybody has their opinion, but you have to see the the greatness in that. You know, we're getting a possible new horror icon brought to us that we can talk about while the other ones get a break. Because you don't want to burn those guys out. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you guys kind of have to, cherish Creep Show and Tales from the Crypt and, Goosebumps and stuff like, throwback Halloweens and Nightmare on Elm Street, because eventually, you guys, that's going to be the only thing we have probably coming in 2020. I don't know, because 2023, they're already having The Exorcist in the works and stuff like that. So you guys, I just want, the YouTube horror community to be more universal in certain aspects. I want to talk to you guys about Horror Nights, because I started off doing Horror Nights videos, trying to keep up with the, hey, you guys just dropped a new house, but it did, it did decent. But I feel like a lot of people are not going to want to watch that because it's, it's like some people, and it's very it's heartbreaking, because I know a lot of horror fans will love to go to Horror Nights. They can't afford it, so it's like I don't even want to watch it. Some people think like that, but some people like watching videos to have some hope. Maybe, it can make me feel better about me not going, just watching it through nightmares, screen and stuff like that, So I just feel like that kind of keeps me away from posting stuff like that, because I feel that nobody, I always hear in my head, like, nobody wants to hear that shit. That's something I love, Horror Nights. So
yeah, and that's the thing. Like I started out just mostly Halloween and horror reviews and stuff like that. And, but I got to a point where it's like, you know what? I'm going to look at each video that I make as an investment. May not be a hit now. It may not be a hit later, but it may. Because there's some videos I have that have like 20 something views, 30 views. Hell, damn near most of my videos that come, but then all of a sudden I'll get a spike in subscribers, or one video will be like 1,300 or 1,400 views, and it's always different stuff. But I look at it this way: like, until I have loyal subscribers that, hey, this is what we want. I'm gonna start doing my, I just do my own thing, and like I said, I look at, hopefully one of my videos helps somebody with something, whether if it's you want to look at Universal Monsters, Masks, Trilogy of Terror, Beetlejuice, whatever it is. Because what's going to happen is when that thing becomes relevant, everybody and their mom is going to look it up. So nobody may like Halloween masks. But I'm going to do reviews on them, because guess what? When a new Killer Clowns mask comes out, or like last year when all the Killer Clowns merchandise came out, what were people looking at? Killer Clown stuff. Michael's the talk now, but after it ends, he's gonna die down again. So, I just look at it as an investment. Like, I realize, like, I.
Can you guys? Nightmare. We lost Nightmare, you guys. Pretty sure he's going to come back. We lost Nightmare. Anything, Little Joy said, anything I like scary has my attention. Says, anything I like scary has my attention. Thanks, Joy, man. I appreciate your support. And also, I appreciate you becoming a member today, man. I definitely appreciate it, Joy, man. You're awesome. While Nightmare gets back on the stream, get to some of these comments. Jalissa says, I love all that, Brandon. We want to see. I'm going to Horror Nights this year, too. Going to get the front of the line pass, express pass for the rides during the day. First time going in 3 years. Definitely, man. I'm going to start, you guys. That's what I'm trying to say. So Michael turned his internet off. He's coming back, you guys. I just feel that I will start. I'm going to start. That's why I'm trying to venture off to nostalgia horror and stuff like that. And yeah, I'm just, venturing off to it, and we're going to get to it. So, You guys, don't worry. I pinky promise you guys that and by the way, we have Nightmare Corner. He's back. We have Nightmare. He's back. Someone had said, you guys, in the chat that Michael turned off Nightmare Corner's internet. He was talking about Michael. He turned.
He probably did. Hey,
definitely. We were talking about we were talking about horror nights and just like you were talking about Mask. You know, eventually it's going to spike.
Oh yeah, eventually you're going to have those spikes. So you know, it's like I said, it may not be a hit now, but like when I look back at some of my older videos and I see that it's at like 2K, 3K views, I'm like, oh shit, okay.
Yeah.
You know, so I mean, like I said, I put a little bit of everything out there because, like you said, eventually, like obviously, I'm a big Halloween fan.
Yeah.
But eventually, Halloween's going to be over, and I'm going to have a slow period. So I have to find other avenues and things to do. Yeah. So people have, you know, sorry, I'm trying to fix my damn camera. So that way we have stuff to give people, you know. So
definitely, I agree with Nightmare, man. You guys, we got Anthony Mack in the chat. First off, Anthony, man, I know you're from Craven's channel. Craven is an awesome guy. And I appreciate you coming over to I Like Scary and, you know, being, you know, a subscriber and freaking supporting, obviously. You just came in with a super chat, man. You guys, Anthony, I'm going to tell you something, Nightmare. He is awesome. Like, all bullshit aside, last night I was on Craven's stream. He asks the best, most challenging horror questions. It's like it's horror school when it comes to Anthony Mack. Like, all jokes aside, he gives you a run for your money with questions. So I'm excited to read this question, Nightmare. He says, yo, Brandon, rumor says Paramount might buy the rights to Halloween. Are you worried they bring out their own trilogy too soon and they water down a franchise? So you want to go first, Nightmare, or you want to?
Yeah, sure. I'm worried about it because I know they're gonna do it.
Yeah.
As soon as Blumhouse releases Halloween Ends and that's all said and done, just like that, they're gonna buy it and they're gonna start dishing out movies. The one thing I didn't like about the Child's Play remake was that they put it out and you're still making Child's Play movies or Chucky movies. Why? There's no reason to touch it until that dies down. Like that made no sense to do. Oh, we're gonna redo Child's Play. Why? Chucky's still going strong. Why touch it?
Yeah.
Same thing with Michael. Yes, I would love to see Michael any day of the year on the big screen, slicing and dicing. Yeah. But let the story rest, and then we can pick it up in a few years because you're gonna oversaturate the market with Michael to where nobody's gonna even want to hear Michael Myers anymore.
Yeah.
You know, and that's the thing. I remember, as much as I love Michael Myers, a couple years ago, this one horror page I was a part of, nothing but Michael Myers mask, every day, every hour. And I'm like, I'm done. Like, I'm so tired of seeing Michael Myers. And I never thought I would say that, but when you do too much, you give us too much, nobody's gonna want to see it. So that's what I'm afraid of, is that you're gonna do that, and then you're not gonna touch Michael Myers for God knows till I'm probably 60, you know, and I don't want to do that. But that's what worries me. I know they're gonna do that. Because it's a cash grab, dude. You put Michael Myers in it, they're gonna go see it, even if it's horrible. Look at how many of us watched Resurrection. How horrible that movie is. But we all knew we were there. Screw the story. We just want to see Michael kill people. At the end of the day, we're there to see Michael kill people. So, but then it scares me to where it's like, I get everybody has their own ideas about Michael. Like, they're gonna start going crazy with it. You know, like the one thing I didn't like about Rob Zombie's Halloween was you explained the monster. You mean to tell me Michael does this because he was bullied and his sister was a hoe and he had a bad stepdad, his mom was a stripper? I don't want because you right there, whether it's your vision or not, and you call yourself a fan of the franchise, you should have known Michael Myers is mysterious. He doesn't need to be explained. We don't need to know why he kills.
Yeah,
he's just purely and simply evil. Leave it at that. You kill him, you do your brutal kills with him, and do whatever you want, but don't give me a whole backstory. They canceled Cocoa Puffs, so now I'm gonna go on a killing spree because I don't have my favorite cereal. You know, like
definitely. One sec, you guys. People on TikTok are asking, "What am I doing?" I'm on my podcast right now. I like scary. I'm on here with my guy Nightmare Corner talking some horror. If you guys want to come on over, let me know you're from TikTok, and you guys tell me from TikTok so we can give you guys a warm welcome. I just dropped that in the chat for you. And yeah, definitely Nightmare. I love the way you put that, man, for sure, and the way you just worded it and kind of cleaned up a lot of
On the table.
the issue. Anthony Mack, for me, man, I definitely think they will go for it because, like Nightmare said, and like I've been saying since this rumor came out, they're definitely going for it because it's like it's a guaranteed money maker for your company. They're going to fill those seats up just off the fact they want to see your attempt at the Halloween franchise. They want to see if you're doing better than Blumhouse. They want to make it a competition thing. So that's going to play a big part, number one. Number two, Anthony, I definitely feel they're going to do a trilogy because Michael cannot be explained in one movie because that's why you saying anyone that picked up the license for Michael, they try to come in like either a part two or a trilogy, or something like that. They're not going to just put Michael in one movie because unless it's like a remake, like a complete remake in a certain way. I don't know why the freak Rob Zombie even felt comfortable enough to go for number two because it was, I don't know, but they say he's going to go for number three, but I just feel that we lost Nightmare again. But Anthony, I just basically feel that, it will definitely water down the franchise because, Paramount, they dealt with like Friday the 13th. They dealt with part 3. And you saw how they handled Scream 5, Anthony. They didn't do bad. We're going to hold it off right there. They did not do bad. But they tried a lot, but they did kind of water down certain situations. I'm going to use what you said. They did, if you know what I mean, Anthony. Scream 5 did water down a lot of situations. Like, they missed a lot of opportunity, I feel, that could have been executed perfectly. And they kind of did it in the way of their own image. It's like they did things at the wrong time. Like when they supposed to pay tribute to Wes and just Scream, the franchise in general, they decided to put their own feel on it. If that makes sense, Anthony. They decided like, you know what, we're gonna do like a freaking we're trying to pay, fan service to Scream fans, but also pay respect to Wes, but we're gonna hold that off for Wes Craven. We're gonna put our own feel right here in this moment. And it kind of made a lot of scenes watered down. For example, that scene where, Mandy is trying to be like the Randy of, things, and she's like, Randy, my family, Randy, the prequels and stuff. She's kind of ODing on the fact of trying to be like Jamie Kennedy, where it could have been so simple. And they did a lot of things that was OD'd in Scream 5. And I feel like if they're doing that with Scream, Anthony, to end this off, what we're talking about, they're going to definitely OD a lot of shit with Michael Myers because they seen what David Gordon Green capability was with Michael, him doing a firefighter scene, letting Michael just go ape shit. And, so one thing I will say, Anthony, is that if they decide to do this, they will have to absolutely find someone else to play Jamie Lee Curtis because she's done. And that's going to be a big missing piece for Halloween if they try to do like their own type of trilogy, kicking it up from 78. Who knows? Maybe they'll kick it up after Halloween 2. Maybe they'll pick up from Halloween 4 and involve Danielle Harris or something like that. It all depends, Anthony, what route Paramount choose to take. So, you know what I'm saying, man? It all depends. But I definitely think Paramount should not touch those rights and let Michael rest for about 5+ years so we can build up more excitement to see him back on the screen. Because as Nightmare said, it's going to become like OD, oversaturated, and it's like it's going to be so naked in the horror community that will hurt a lot of fans' feelings that you guys are definitely making this franchise a cash grab. He just was on a big screen. Bring someone else, Let us grow love towards someone else and find things with this horror slasher that we did not know we loved about it. I want that to happen. I love Michael to death. He's my favorite, but I would like to see Freddy on the big screen and kind of cement my love for him if I see him in a rebooted, films. Because, when you see someone get rebooted, that's when you find out how much you love them if they do it the right way. Because it's like, man, I do love this about Michael, or I do love this about Freddy Krueger. So I want to get a chance to try to grow some more love towards Jason and people like that. So let's give Michael a rest. for like 5+ years, and bring them back, but also bring them back in a different way. Don't keep pressuring the fact of him being a boogeyman. Try to make it your own film. I'm tired of seeing a repetitive story of him. I don't know, man. That's just my opinion. But Anthony, there's your freaking answers for me and Nightmare. I hope that you got your question answered with that. That's the best way I can put it, man. And thanks for the super chat. I appreciate you, Anthony. Yeah, man. I don't know, man. Like you said, Nightmare, what you said was perfect. Michael is definitely a cash grab, and it's sad, man.
Yeah. I mean, if you think about it, they'll make more money if you make us wait 5 years. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because then you get the hype again. Then everybody's gonna rush to go see it. But it's like the Saw movies, right? I love the Saw movies, but after a while, it's all like another one, another one, and then you started getting lax with it to where now Jigsaw had like 4 different apprentices, and it's like that don't even make sense. And then, like I said, continuity issues to where it's like I was so pissed when I watched the Chucky series, and what is it? The Curse of Chucky.
Yeah.
What's her name's mom was the one that called the police, and that's what led him to get gunned down. But in the show, we find out it was Tiffany that really called the police on him that got him gunned down. So it's like you're not paying attention to your own stuff. Like, take it slow. Think about what you're putting out there, because once it's out there, it's out there.
Yeah.
And people are going to think it's canon, or they're going to go with it and run with it. Like, no, this is going to happen, Yeah. And it's like, just pay attention to what you're doing. Do your homework.
Yeah.
Just take your time. There's no need to rush things. I'd rather you take 10 years to make a movie and give me a hell of a good movie that I'm going to love and be like, it was worth the wait, versus you just throwing some random shit together. And it's like, when did Michael Myers start delivering pizzas when it's not Halloween? You know what I'm saying? It's like, come on. So
definitely. I just feel, with Michael, to touch on, Danielle, she said Dr. She said I could see a book franchise like Dr. Loomis' Notes on Michael, or an audio book chronicling like Dr. Loomis' observations of Michael decline and turn into the killer. I've heard people possibly ask the question, what if they had like a film just, showing the direction of Dr. Loomis and how he became, and a lot of people are like, I want to see that, but I think it would be cool to see
spinoffs. Yeah, that would be, you could do that. That would be awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, because I feel like you can still have Michael involved, but it will show, because Halloween creates a lot of question marks. That's one horror franchise that gives you a shit ton of question marks, because it's like, the characters like Donald Pleasance, they just come out the freaking ether. It's just like, you want to know what he did once Michael was killing someone else. What was Loomis doing? Was he doing research on the boogeyman? How did it affect him in certain ways leading up to everything? Same with Laurie, but, in certain ways you can't even do it with Laurie, because a lot of these films were kind of Laurie's story in a trilogy. They show a lot of what she was doing. So pretty much like, Dr. Loomis, you have to aim for something like that. But,
and you got a guy that can play him. I mean, look at Kills, But, I mean, so I think side stories would be a way to go. I mean, look at, I don't know if you guys are Star Wars fans and stuff, but you got The Mandalorian, you got the Book of Boba Fett, you got Obi-Wan Kenobi that's showing the in-between of the episode 3 and 4. I mean, it works. You get to see, it's in the same world. You have your nods and your mentions, but you got a whole new story going on. Like, The Mandalorian is amazing. I still got to watch the last episode of Kenobi, but everything that they showed in between, like Darth Vader is obviously the big baddie, right? He's out there, but you can focus on Obi-Wan Kenobi and everything that's going on in this show, knowing the monsters out there, and I think that'd be great. Like Danielle said about the doctor, I think that would give me chills.
Yeah.
Think of Evil Dead when they're in the Necronomicon recordings.
Yeah.
Right. And that gives you the creeps. So imagine just hearing a recording like that.
Yes.
With Dr. Loomis, like, the second week with Michael, he's not responding to any treatment, anything I do. He just stares out the window.
Definitely.
Stuff like that. That would be awesome.
That'd be cool, man. I agree with you, Nightmare. J Dead said he has to go. All right, man, J Dead. Thanks for coming through, man. We appreciate you for stopping by, and
see ya.
Definitely, man. See you, man. Enjoy the rest of your night. I want to say her name is Shelly. We have a super chat also. That's an awesome question we're going to get to from the one and only Anthony Mack. Shelly or Shell, I want to say, she said, I really enjoyed those shows. Kenobi it is. Definitely, man. Those shows were cool, man. Definitely. Shell, I think I see that you're new to the channel. Welcome to I Like Scary. Hope that you subscribed, and I appreciate you for stopping by. So let's get to the super chat. Oh my God, I kind of freaking did something that was. I apologize. So I have to play this, man, because I have to do this when people send super chat. So Anthony, man, I apologize. You gotta have it. You sent the super chat, man. That was that good of a question. I forgot to play the damn video. So here you go, Anthony, man, for your first super chat.
Lose suede shoes.
Speaking of my cousin.
Yes, we'll gather at the river.
He stopped and looked.
The beautiful, beautiful river.
Bro, he was looking like you're really singing, bro.
Saints at the river.
You guys, I'm gonna find more videos tonight, man. I have a few more, but that's my favorite. So there's your video for your first one, Anthony. I'm gonna give you a nice second one. But Anthony Mack says this, man, and I know you're gonna enjoy this question, Nightmare. He says, rank A Nightmare on Elm Street, Freddy's Revenge, and Dream Warriors. I'm telling you, Nightmare Corner, this guy's questions are insane, and it really makes your brain tangle, if that makes sense. It's like, holy shit.
Well, it would exactly be how it is on the screen, but backwards. So I would go with Dream Warriors for number 1, Freddy's Revenge for number 2, and then the original Nightmare on Elm Street.
Wow.
Yeah, because Dream Warriors, I think, out of every sequel for any movie, anything out there, I think Dream Warriors was like the best sequel. Just like Child's Play 2 was better than Child's Play 1. Now, you have love for them, obviously. Don't get me wrong. But Dream Warriors hit so many different levels, from bringing Freddy to like more creative kills to Nancy making a comeback from after part 2. It was nice, and it was cool to see that it gave your victims a chance to fight back, and just their own issues that Freddy was pretty much preying on, and that's what I like, because if it's a nightmare, obviously, it's not just going to be about a man in a striped sweater. It's going to play off of your fears and what you're scared of, secrets that you hide, all that good stuff. So that's why Dream Warriors is number 1 in my opinion. Yeah. Not only that, but that's it's the Dream Warrior. Yeah. Dude, perfect. Freddy's Revenge was also, I guess that's number 2 in my book, because that get to another level, to where this kid, obviously, I mean, if you watch the undertones and stuff like that, obviously he was struggling with being gay, right? And Freddy played on that, and it was just, you had real life issues he was going through, like at school, and obviously having a crush with his neighbor or whatever that was, and his parents. So it took what you're dealing with as just a normal kid, and played on it. And Freddy possessing him, wanting to come, like, I'm tired of being dead, I want to be alive, and trying to get into our world. So that was just perfect in itself. And then of course it would be the original, because that's what gave birth to Freddy Krueger. Where you actually get to meet him at first, and it kind of slowly introduced you to the monster versus the other ones where it's like, we know our monster, we know his game, he just wants to screw with these people, and so that's my ranking.
Definitely. So Anthony, to let you know, my all-time favorite nightmare is Dream Warriors. You cannot take anything from Dream Warriors with the cast, the pace, the music. Definitely I just love the way they had them in those meetings with their landing camp, and they all kind of had these little superhero ability. I just thought it was so cool. So Dream Warriors is my number 1. Now it's gonna be crazy because I love the original, but I love, I know a lot of people are like, man, they're not fans of 2. I freaking love Freddy's Revenge. I love it, man. He did such a great job. I like the part. I know you guys are kind of going to laugh at me. I always laugh at the part where he's on the bed and he has, it's just like, I think that's so funny. I just don't know why. I just think it's so funny. And then the comes in And I'm like, oh my, bro. So it's gonna be literally what Nightmare just said. But I do love the original. But I feel that Freddy did not get his. I feel like okay, the original was the scariest. You know, that was where he was terrifying. And I feel like Freddy, he was just getting his feet wet with that one, you know. And then we saw his potential in the, you know, the other films, him as the comedic horror character. And he finally was like, you know, if you go back and look at Nightmare, he didn't have his face. You know, he didn't have that face that's the legend, you know, the legend
face.
Yeah, he didn't have it for real. So the face that I love is where, you know, in Freddy's Revenge, when he got that face, that type of face, the nose was even, it looked kind of different. And I just love that part where he's on fire and it's like, you're all my, bro.
Yeah.
So what Nightmare just said, Anthony, is literally my ranking. Dream Warrior is my all-time favorite Nightmare on Elm Street. And Freddy's Revenge is definitely second. And, you know, third is, you know, the original. So,
I mean, Dream Warriors gave us that classic. I think everybody can quote it. Everybody knows that. It's just, this is it, Jennifer. Your big break in TV. Like, you know, welcome to prime time, bitch. Like, that was like the most like epic, you know, like pun and shit that he could have done, you know. And it's like the kills were just so, even the puppet, you know, and then just fall off. I mean, come on. I remember like ugh, like you get that feeling, you know, like when someone gets kicked in the nuts. Yeah, and you're like, oh, you can feel that. Yeah. Same thing when the veins come out, and he's like,
it's like
it's like no.
It was so crazy, man. So when I you met Robert Englund right, Nightmare? I know you have.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
When I met him, the song. People are probably thinking like, man, why would that song play over the theme? The song that was playing in my head when he was signing my glove was that Tuesday night. That runner from this nightmare, I'm like, oh my, I'm just watching him sign it. I just wanted to start dancing, like, motherfucker. Like, because it's Robert Englund, and he's one of the characters, like, you know, when you see James Jude, I mean, James Jude can't even use him because we see his face now. We know that that's James Jude. But, you know, like Nick Castle, we've seen him behind the scenes, but the character of Robert Englund, you can see him through the prosthetics. And we've seen him without burns on his face in Nightmare and stuff like that. So it's like, man, it's legendary meeting that man, bro. And I feel like his best performance was definitely in like Dream Warriors. And a lot of people don't like this one, but I love it. Wes Craven's New Nightmare.
Oh yeah, I love it.
Oh my, bro, that showed the potential of Wes Craven right there. That showed how good he was at what he did. And I had a crazy question last night that threw a lot of people off on Craven Something Scary stream. They asked, who is your favorite director between Wes Craven and John Carpenter? And I love Halloween. It's my favorite. And, you know, I love Christine. But, man, John Carpenter, he's just not there with Wes Craven, I feel, when it comes to Scream, People Under the Stairs, Nightmare on
Wishmaster.
Wishmaster. Bro, John Carpenter, just, you like, resume-wise, man, I don't think you're messing with Wes Craven, man. It's sad that he's dead and stuff like that, man, because I can only imagine what he could be doing right now. So Wes Craven is definitely over John Carpenter in my book. But Anthony Mack said, right on, fellas, I dig it. Thanks, man, Anthony. I appreciate that. Super chat and you.
I like his questions. We should just have like
he's awesome, man.
Pay this man to ask us questions on a live stream, you know? Like let's do it.
Bro, I'm telling you, man, he comes from my guys Craven channel, and it's like, bro, last night he gave us a run for our money. Like, he literally put us in horror school, Nightmare. Like, all jokes aside, he put us in fucking horror school, and I love it, bro. And I'm so happy he came over to the channel and decided to, you know, come over here and just be a part of the channel because, man, those freaking questions he was asking Nightmare was out of this world insane. And I'm like, man, he definitely gives you a run for your money as a horror fan and makes you think.
Yeah, I like that though, because you know what, I like when I do my live stream sometimes, like I don't know if people are just nervous and they don't want to comment.
Yeah.
You know, but I mean, I would love that because sometimes I'm like, guys, I'm running out of things to talk about.
Yeah.
Like, I need you to bring something up and we can elaborate. But no, I mean, that's good. It's good content. I like it.
Definitely. And Anthony, if you're still on here, here's your video, man. Enjoy this. One of my favorite scenes. It's so fast though.
You don't know what death is.
I just one more time since it's so short. I just like how he said, I've been trick or treated. I should have put that part in there. I've been trick or treated to death tonight. And he says,
You don't know what death is.
and it's the way he looks and he runs. I gotta put you guys, I'm gonna edit that video.
Yeah, where he like waddles out of there. Like,
Yes, I'm gonna put the run in there, man. I gotta put the run in there.
I love how like in the movie where he's like, "Hey Lonnie, get your ass away from there," and then he just smiles because he's so happy with himself.
Yeah.
Like I saw a post. What was it? I think Halloween 4, when he like goes up to the scarecrow and like flicks the hair or something, and he's like, and it said Dr. Loomis silently judging your Halloween decorations.
Definitely. Hey man, I swear, bro, Dr. Loomis is one of the funniest. Bro, I'm just when he I'm telling you, Halloween 2 where he takes the radio and the cop is up there with Jamie Lloyd and he smashes against the wall and he says, you know, Michael Myers is outside, and the cop is looking like, you motherfucker, you just, what are you doing? Like, bro, and then it's so many moments like in Halloween 4. He was like, what the hell are you doing? You just created a lynch mob. He said, you don't have a police force. These people might be the only. It's like, bro, he's so. It's
Dude,
so.
and then he kills Ben Tramer, and then it's like,
yeah, he just killed.
Yeah, he's like, anyway, he's still out there. I know he's.
Yeah, bro. It's so sad to know that a character like that is just gone, man. Because I would only. I understand Tom Jones Jr. I seen him in person. He does resemble Loomis a lot. But man, no one can beat Loomis, man. No one can beat Donald Pleasance. That's one and only. You guys, definitely, this is for the ones that want to become a member of the channel. Definitely consider it. Puts on the mask. That's how I feel when you guys come there, put the mask on you, join the freaking community of I Like Scary. So that's why I chose that scene. Let me see. Jalissa says, sorry, still hanging up my new Pennywise poster now. It's a workout. Does anyone else break a sweat? I'm telling you, before I get to this other super chat from Anthony Mack, he's on a roll, with a great question. But it's been times I wanted to freaking snap picture frames. The struggle of a horror collector, those little, I don't know what type of frames you use, Nightmare, but the things you have to pull back and close once the book. Yeah, I'm gonna cut my fingers on those. I'm telling you guys. And then when you nail it and it's crooked and it's not like, oh, because I'm literally, the capacity of my wall is getting full to the top. So quick story about this poster right here, Halloween 5. So as you see, I have a puck light right there, the gray one. So this chair I'm in is an office chair. And it spins, right? My dumb ass don't have a ladder, so I have to invest in a little giant ladder.
Oh my god!
So I'm just trying to hold the wall while the bottom half is spinning, right? The wife is in the living room, and it was. Well, I gotta show you. So you see Chucky and everything. The strength. I literally fall, you guys, and by the grace of God, I missed my good guy block. So I would have smashed it. I'm over 200 pounds, so I fall. I knock the picture down. I just lay in the corner for legit like 3 minutes. I'm like, I'm gonna break every picture in this motherfucker because it's like it was so weird how it happened. Because like I'm like, okay, so I'm putting my freaking hand, like using my hand to do this, Nightmare. So it turns like the pit, and I fall so fucking hard. I'm just looking at Val like straightforward. I'm like, you're stupid. You're stupid. And they're just, it's like, and
Valak's probably the one that did it to you.
It's like everybody they're looking at me, Nightmare, like all the lives that are looking like over me, like, you motherfucker, you fail, you stupid. I'm like, fuck, I want to just, but yeah.
Promise me you'll film it next time you got to put something up down the wall.
I was so embarrassed at myself. Like, how the fuck do you fall out of an office chair hanging up a picture, man? But that was a real funny story for you guys. Let's get to this super chat, man. Anthony Mack. I'll have to get him a fucking nickname. Freaking the horror teacher. I don't know, man, because it's like I'm in school with him.
How about the Mac Attack? Because he's attacking us with all these hard questions.
The Mac Attack. That is an awesome freaking name. So Anthony, if you don't mind, your name on the I Like Scary channel is the Mac Attack. The Mac Attack it is. Better sequel, Hellraiser 2 or Friday the 13th Part 2. What the hell? I told you, Nightmare. What the fuck?
I'm not even drinking.
Yeah, it's hard, man.
I'll tell you what. You go first. I gotta grab my cigarettes because I went to, like first the last 2 times. So the pressure's on you right now.
All right, man. You see what you did at Mac Attack? You fucking made Nightmare go get his fucking cigarettes, man. This shit, I'm not just saying this. Bro, on Craven stream last night, shout out to my bro Craven. So awesome. So awesome. Check out his channel, Craven Something Scary. Man, Anthony was giving us a run for our money. Like, I swear, where it's 2 a.m. He has the gears of a horror fan's brain fucking just going. And I'm just like, he asks us a question like this that kind of stuck with me. First, the Wes Craven, and I'm going to get to your question, Anthony, but I'm just going to have to give you your awesome credit, man. So he asks us this, you guys. He asks us, in what rank The Shining 7, and it was The Shining 7, and I'm trying to think. Don't tell me it was The Shining. Oh, Silence of the Lambs. So fucking hard. Me and Night Watchers on a Craven are just like, and then he follows up with the Wes Craven or John Carpenter question. Then he kills us with the Jaws, Aliens, or The Thing. Which one in that rank? I'm like, where this guy has to have a fucking book laying around, like. But to get to your question, Anthony. Hellraiser 2 is one of the better Hellraisers, man. Because after 2, I feel like they become shit. And it was a great, I feel like it was a great sequel. But Friday the 13th, man, Part 2. Ooh. It was better by like an arm reach. Like, I feel like literally like by like if someone reached their arm across the finish line type of thing. Like, it has better things in certain situations. And I just like the way, they went about Friday the 13th being a sequel and the pace of it and just how they, some sequels, it's kind of like a bad luck thing in a way with horror films. Like, the sequel always kind of, ends up being rough, because like we have to find out how to explain other things coming from the birth of this franchise. So I feel that Friday the 13th literally took the rules of making a sequel and they killed it. Same with Hellraiser 2 though. And it's so sad that the freaking Hellraiser series went to shit like that. Like, to the point it's embarrassing now, Like, it's some ones that's like the guy. Which one is that? The guy that's not even fucking he's playing Hellraiser, but it doesn't even freaking matches, So it's like, I don't know, man. I don't know. But for me, Friday the 13th Part 2, Anthony Mac Attack, because it had about just about this much arm reach with more stuff, the way it was shot and just the storyline. But you can't take anything from Hellraiser 2 because it was a great sequel, man. One of my favorites, and I'm not even a Hellraiser fan, but it did do good. So, what you think, Nightmare Man?
Well, see, I like Friday the 13th Part 2, yeah. But I think what I liked it, but I didn't really like it. Like, it was okay. But what I liked about it, what I will give it is when when she puts the sweater on and stuff like that, like, mother's talking to you and he's like looking at her like, what? And that was a good part. But I gotta go with Hellraiser 2 just because I love the first one. But what I love about Hellraiser 2 is that, what's her name? Julia. She becomes like the victim, right? Like, she almost close to like like overthrowing Pinhead type as
Yeah.
like more malevolent, you know.
Yeah.
But then what I really like too is how the Dr. Channard,
Yeah.
like ended up overthrowing Pinhead. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And becoming like that main, you know, with the thing coming out of his head. Like he was just more sinister. And I
Yeah.
love how like you know, it's the puzzle box, right? You go into their world and, you know, demon to some, angels to others, but that just shows you because each Cenobite used to be somebody.
Yeah.
Right? For whatever reason, they turn into whatever they turn into. But to see the Doctor with as jacked
Yeah.
up he was,
That was
and to
crazy.
go into that world, it just shows that anybody could be a Cenobite and anybody can be a monster and turn into something, you know?
Yeah.
And it was so cool to see Julia's like transformation from the first one where she was more of like the weak one, right? Because she was
Yeah.
doing Frank's bidding and oh, I'm in love with you.
Uh-huh.
But in this one, she was like revenge after what was her name? Christy, was it?
Was it Christy?
Christy or something like that. I can't remember.
Like that.
But
Yeah.
you know, like getting the revenge for, you know, Frank and all that other stuff. So it was like, I don't know, it just felt like complete. You know what I'm saying? Like, and if they would have left after part 2, like I would have been happy with that. You know, because it ended perfectly, you know?
Yeah.
And then it works.
Yeah, definitely. That was a great answer, man, because it was kind of hard picking that, like all jokes aside, but Hellraiser 2, I wish they would have kept that type of pace, vibe, and everything. And I think it was
because it's kind of
yeah, I definitely wish they would have did that because I liked it, man. So there's our answers, man. Nightmare freaking dumb just answered it the perfect way of because it's kind of hard to put it in words with stuff like Hellraiser because now people hate it. But it had some great films in the beginning. It just kind of goes to shit. So
yeah, it started in part 3, honestly.
yeah, definitely. Right after one of the best Hellraisers. Jalissa said, "Oh my God, I just accidentally ripped the corner of my Pennywise poster. I was trying to flatten it out with my arm and it stuck to my arm from the sweat and ripped the. I know the pain. I know the pain when you just try to move your poster in certain ways, or that's just the worst when you hear that fucking rip on a nice ass poster and you have to imagine this having a Tom Atkins autograph. You're so happy about you rip it right in the corner, so you got to fucking tape it. And once you tape it, that little white crack from where it ripped, you got to get a freaking Sharpie and cover up the crack. I just hate that shit, man. So I understand the pain, Jalissa. Got to be more careful. Man, the Mac Attack is freaking on a roll, you guys. And I am loving these questions. He has another question. Oh my fucking God. He's killing me. He's literally like, all jokes aside, man. I wish freaking Nightmare can pass me that cigarette through the screen with the cold. It's freaking blowing it just because it's like, fuck, Urban Legend is so good, man. And Nightmare, man.
You want me to buy you some time? I'll buy you some time.
Go ahead, man.
So I would Urban Legend's cool. I think I really didn't care for the movie because my cousin was like a super fan of Urban Legend, and that's all we watched when we went to his house.
Yeah.
I got tired of it. But when it comes to revenge, I have to give it to Pam because she's a mother, right? And I can't imagine the pain and everything that goes through a parent's mind when they lose a kid, right? And I mean, that shit's hard. You know, my uncle lost, you know, my nephew, you know, it was stillborn. And the pain that they went through with that was so horrendous, you know, and people lose their minds. That's, you know, no child, you know, no parent should ever have to bury their child, you know, and it's that much. Like, it's like the Joker says, all it takes is one bad day to drive the sanest man to lunacy. Right. Yeah. And that was just what broke Pamela. She loved Jason with all her heart. You know, obviously he was a little deformed and things like that. So she was even more protective of him because we know how bullies and people can be, right? Yeah. So especially, you know, she was the cook at the camp, you know, she obviously, you know, was protective of her son. And then when he drowned because people's carelessness, you know, and she snapped. And honestly, I probably would do the same thing if I ever had a kid and I lost a kid, God forbid. But, you know, it's like I tell Jay, I go, if you ever cheat on me, I will go Michael Myers on your ass. I would turn black and just fucking murder you and whoever you cheated on me with, And that's just at that.
Yeah.
And I'm very protective over the people I love, like my little sister, my niece, things like that. I don't know how I would cope with that personally if I lost somebody. So for Pam, to lose her son and just go total AWOL, like, hell yeah, I would want revenge on every single motherfucker that was supposed to be watching my kid or, bullied my kid, whatever it was.
Yeah.
Like that's a powerful impact that only a few are unfortunate to have to experience, and, and you think about it too, how many parents out there have kids that are bullied so bad that they, do things they shouldn't, and they're not here no more.
Yeah.
And for that parent to feel that anger, and that's the first thing that parent wants is revenge. Pamela was just that far gone because of how special Jason was. Remember how she says, my special, special boy. I mean, and maybe that was the only positive thing she had in her life was Jason.
Yeah, definitely. I definitely agree.
So hell yeah, you feel for that. I think that's probably the one movie, if you ever feel for a serial killer, it's Pamela. Like that's the one that you can kind of, like, I'm not saying killing's right, but that's the one you feel for, and you're like, fuck yeah, go. I would have done the same thing,
Yeah.
You feel for her, and that's probably the first time that anybody can connect with the killer and understand justifiable. You know what I'm saying?
No, definitely, I agree with you, Nightmare, and I have the same answer as Nightmare, Anthony Mack, because man, Pamela Voorhees. It was just so crazy how, like he said, Jason, it's kind of like an innocence with like Jason. When you think, he was a kid, kids in that day's age, they go camping, and obviously he kind of, Jason had issues and stuff like that. And it's like, you want to protect your kid in that type of situation. You want to do right by them and be their protector and their mom and stuff like that. And it's almost like a realistic situation in a way, because I have a kid. So it's like, if I know damn well, if I find out my kid is getting bullied and he gets drowned because people weren't paying attention, I understand her pain. Like Nightmare said, I will go ape shit, and it will just be, you'll have to understand me as a parent. I just lost my kid because some people were being, inconsiderate, and you guys were bullying them and stuff like that. I wish you could have helped them and that. So I kind of like Nightmare. So you want to feel for Pamela because she just goes apeshit like you. And like Nightmare says, that could be the only thing she had. Her one and only son, and she obviously loves him. Like you said, that famous phrase, "My special, special boy," and she always, probably was just like with Jason and stuff like that. How probably her first kid. Well, of course, it's her first kid and stuff like that. So it's like, she lost her son, man, due to someone just not paying attention. So it's almost like a realistic situation. But like Nightmare says, killing you can never support killing or nothing like that. But in the Hollywood world, it's like, man, you kind of got sympathy for her in certain ways. It's like a realistic situation. So, I love Brenda from Urban Legend. I love her. I love what she did and her character, what came with her and stuff like that. But man,
not as much pain as Pamela, But yeah, I mean, because you think about it, 99% of the time, if you had a parent was in a room with their kid's murderer, or even, God forbid, rapist and shit like that, 99% of the time that parent is gonna fuck them up.
Yeah,
it'll be a very low, that 1% of someone who can say, "I forgive you." You know what I'm saying? So it's. I mean, it's like I said, it's not justifiable, but in Hollywood, it's justifiable when you watch these characters. You feel for her, and then you feel for Jason as well when he witnesses his mom getting beheaded, and obviously it's a reciprocated love because that's who took care of him and loved him and cared for him, and now he's like, screw anybody who comes back to this place. I'm gonna fuck you up if you come back. He just wants to be left alone at the end of the day, but people keep wanting to go smoke weed and have sex on the at the camp. So it's like, honestly, like, Jason would just be Jason if nobody went to that camp. He'd be there suffering and remembering if nobody showed up. So
definitely. Column said that Resurrection had no story whatsoever. Definitely one of the worst worst Halloweens. Column. Hey, I'm Chucky said Trick or Treat Studios made me go broke. I pre-ordered all the new Chucky stuff. RP my wallet. I feel for you, man.
Yeah.
I definitely know how that feels, man. And I have to give Mac Attack an awesome video. Let me see what I have for you, man. Bear with me. Let me see what I have for you. Let me give you something good, man. Man, I have to get some more. I have something for you. I do actually. Look, this one really cool. Yeah, here we go. This is for your super chat, Mac Attack, man.
Yes,
One more for you, man. Oh,
You.
What's up?
I remember when I first seen this shit, man. It was like, what the fuck is going on, bro? That was one of the most craziest scenes in Scary Movie. Oh my god, he's fucking. You do not want to know what the next question is, man. You guys, most iconic sequel. And this one's going to be kind of hard for me, man, because Chucky's my second favorite. And Scream 2 was one of the first, it was the first Scream I ever seen. So I have an attachment with that. So
for you.
I'll go first, man. I'll go first.
Do tell.
It's like, man, I freaking love Scream 2, man, with Jada Pinkett and Omar Epps with the opening scene there in the theater. And I always wanted that fucking stab package costume where they're handing them out. Like, you don't hand out fucking Ghostface costumes at my theater. You know, it's
Right.
just like, bro, they're just handing them out like candy. And he has on there freaking people walking around as Ghostface. And it's like, that scene is what made, and I just love Nev and that. And, you know, it was sad. The saddest shit happened, you know, Jamie Kennedy, he dies and stuff like that. But I love Scream 2. But, Child's Play 2 hits different in the horror world. I think a lot of people don't, you know, I think people give it credit, but they don't give it enough. Because, bro, I'm going to be honest. Child's Play 2 is way better than Child's Play 1. Like, bro, when it starts, Chucky's very different. We're going to introduce more into a personality of Chucky, you know, with Andy, you know, what he's been through with him. So we're preparing mentally for this. And you see that Chucky he's really like, he's dedicated to this Andy kid, and he really wants to get in that body. You know, it's kind of showing you his obsession with Andy, and he's kind of getting tired of being in his body. And, you know, it shows that, you know, he's adopted. So you feel him. Andy, you know, he's no longer with his mom and stuff like that. So it's like, you feel for this kid, but Chucky comes back to terrorize his whole fucking life. And it's like, I love the ending where Chucky, bro, as a kid, it used to make me cringe when he freaking puts his arm and he takes it off and he's pulling it. It's like, come on. Okay, detach already. Skin detach already, bro. Even though it's a doll, but it's like when he's pulling it, then he sticks his hand in the blade and he's like, I can feel that, bro. Even though he's a doll and he pulls the blade out and he freaking duct tapes it. It just shows a different side of Chucky, man, in all aspects and ways. But Scream 2 is so fucking good. Oh, my God. I love Scream 2. I'm going to have to go in this thinking of the most iconic scenes. Man, because you got some good scenes with Sidney Prescott, like that scene where Ghostface comes in the house and she's running up the stairs. Oh, my God. And he's just...
She's running up the stairs.
And it's like... I'm going to have to go Child's Play 2, man. Child's Play 2 for me, man, because I feel like that's where we get introduced to Chucky fully, you know. And we have a lot of iconic scenes in there, but man, it was literally like by a freaking fingernail. Like it wasn't easy for me to choose. Like all jokes aside, but it was only reason I chose that is because that is not the best stream out of the franchise. For me, it's four or the original. Well, for me, it's the original number one, but or four. But in Child's Play franchise, two is the best in my opinion. Child's Play 2 is the best, so that's why I have to choose Child's Play 2 because it made its mark, with Chucky. So, what you think, Nightmare Man?
Um, honestly, when it comes to Scream, I really didn't care for like the following movies. I love the original. I think the original to me is the best out of all of them.
Mm-hmm.
I think most of it's because of Skeet. But it's I have to go with Child's Play 2 as well because I love the fact that at this point Chucky's already defined. We know who he is, what his goal is, and again, same thing with Hellraiser. I think if you would have left it, I love Part 3, but if you would have left it alone, you could have been done with it. Or if you chose to continue it, I think at that point, because he gets stuck in the body and he's permanently in the doll, then you could have gone to like revenge movies or like how the TV show where he's just out to get revenge and to screw around with people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's what I like about it because he had a goal in the first two movies, it failed in the second one, and he was pissed and he just wanted to kill the kid because it's like, you little shit, you know what you've done, and it's like, he was at that point. It was like, now you have to be afraid of Chucky. Screw the fact that you got a doll that's coming alive. Now you're dealing with a doll who is clearly doing, not stopping at anything to come kill you because you delayed the process for so long. But I mean, again, it's like, it's cool because like the kills were awesome. The memorable scenes like with Miss Kettlewell, right? That's our favorite scene.
Yes.
But it's like, it's just, I don't know. It's more complete with Chucky. Like that was the best out of all the sequels, And it just showed that he didn't care. He would kill anybody who got in the way. Like he didn't have to kill Miss Kettlewell, but he's like, well, you're here, so like so yeah, I mean, I gotta go with Part 2. It's like perfect in every way, I'm saying? Like even if he didn't have Part 1, the Part 2 would have made total sense, I guess,
Yeah, definitely. That does make sense. That's why I think people love Child's Play 2 because even if you didn't have Child's Play 1, you will understand it. It could kind of be a beginning of it. A kid, he's in foster care. You could say, stuff like that kind of will be easy to explain it. So I definitely agree with Nightmare Man. So there's our answer, Anthony Mack. Child's Play 2 for us, man. So here's your video, man. Gotta love this video.
I shot him 6 times. 6 times. 6 times. Can't have gotten very far. Come on. 6 times. I shot him in the heart. I shot him in the 6 times. I shot him in the heart. I shot him in the 6 times.
Whoever made this, you guys, I can't play this too long. We'll get annoying.
He's not human. Shot him in the 6 times.
You know what's funny? That scene reminds me in Child's Play 1, remember where they go to the voodoo guy's house?
Yeah.
And they're like, how do we kill him? And he's like, the ha.
Yeah.
You have to stab him in the ha. And I'm like, what is a ha? I'm like, what are you talking about? The ha. Like, this shit was the ha.
Yeah, man. The heart. You have to stab him in the heart. Oh my God, bro. Yes, bro. That shit is crazy, man. The way he says that. What's up, Chelsea, man? We got Chelsea in the chat. What is up, Chelsea? You gotta love Chelsea. She does the best like makeup and cosplay from our favorite horror characters. It's amazing, man, what she does, man. Check out Chelsea's Instagram if you want to see some cosplay, like makeup talent, because Lord. She's definitely talented. But what's up, Chelsea? You got a question that I feel that is very easy to answer because let me see. Well, I do see Anthony Mack, man. What's better, Halloween 5 or Halloween Resurrection? Is what Column said. I'm going with 5. Nothing is that easy. Nothing's worse than fucking Resurrection. Busta Rhymes kicking Michael up like fucking kung fu on him. Like, come on, man. Hell no. You know.
Yeah, he's all, come on, Michael. Like, no. Take
Yeah.
ass.
Yeah, get the that just did
Stick
it for
to
me.
rapping or whatever, yeah.
He just freaking putting the knife up to his head. Oh, Michael Myers. If you go mess up, that shit was terrible. Halloween,
Yeah, that one was just a cash grab for teenagers, like the whole party and live TV, and then like a whole like armed baby chair with like straps and shit. Like, calm down.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, definitely 5.
5, man. Even though the mask sucked ass and looks like Nicolas Cage, but it sucks ass. But you know, I'm just being honest.
Nicolas Cage. What the heck?
It looks like Nicolas Cage to me.
Ain't that the one where he comes up from the bed and was like,
yeah,
right? He sits up from the
yeah, definitely.
Yeah, that would scare me too. Now that you said Nicolas Cage, I'm like,
man.
Oh god.
Another crazy question from Mac Attack. Fucking, and by the way, man, you're killing it with the super chats, man. We appreciate that and all your support. But this shit right here, so it's gonna kind of be easy for me in a way, but kind of, yeah, it's gonna be easy kind of for me. So you can go first on Nightmare. He's saying iconic rank Chucky, Jason, and Leatherface. So if you guys follow the channel, you know what's up with this. I'll explain it.
All right. Well, Leatherface will be number 3. I mean, just because, like I said, I won't go past the first 2 movies as far as, you know. I mean, I love Texas Chainsaw Massacre and I love Leatherface, but he's all over the place now with what they do with him, and now there's different families, but they each have a Leatherface or however it works. So I would put him at 3. Chucky would come in at number 2, just because. I mean, it's a doll. I get it. You know, he kills. It's a good story. But number 1 would have to be Jason, just because I love the fact that this man can kill you with anything he gets his hands on.
Yeah.
And he'll even use his bare hands. He doesn't care. He's just going to kill you. Like, at this point, it's like, you come into my house, you're going to die. You have sex, you're going to die. You do drugs, you're just dead, right? If Jason looks at you, that's it.
Yeah.
Like, there's no way. You're not going to survive that. So, definitely Jason for number 1 on that list.
Yeah, definitely. It's something to talk about, you know, this rank. I've been watching Friday the 13th the past days, and I think Jason has grown on me, man. Like, I always like the final chapter, and Jason Takes Manhattan, and Jason Lives, but he's starting to grow on me. I'm starting to see the beauty in him as a character, because I've seen Maddie, Danielle, you know, these guys love Friday the 13th. I'm like, I'm gonna give him, because I've watched him my whole life, but I wanted to see, you know, going in and looking at him different. And I do, you know, Jason is cool though, you know. I do like him, man. You know, even when he, you know, in final chapter, he kind of has the hunchback thing going. I still liked him with that. You know, it was creepy. So even though Chucky's my second favorite, I'm going to go I'm trying to do the rank as a horror fan, not just me. I mean, it's going to be my rank, but you know, like you said, Chucky's a doll. So Mac Attack, man. If you probably don't know this, but I freaking hate Leatherface. I know you're new to the channel. I hate him. I just don't dig him at all. I don't understand him. I understand him, but it's like he's not, bro. It's no way that every time someone talks about a slasher, Leatherface is not even never top 3. I don't know one person that says Leatherface is their all-time favorite horror slasher. It's so damn rare to hear someone say, "Hey, Leatherface is my all-time favorite." So definitely number 3. As much as I love Chucky, Chucky kind of, you know, the reason I look at it like this, Chucky kind of has only 2 movies, if you think about it, 2 films. Because Bride of Chucky kind of took I don't know a lot of people are fans of Bride of Chucky, but it kind of took a weird turn in certain ways. That's when the Chucky starts getting weird. For me, I love the originals, you know, and you know, I freaking love Child's Play 3. A lot of people are like, no, I hate it. I don't know why I love the carnival. I just love carnivals. I love how they're in the carnival in the haunted house and everything. So, but I definitely think, man, Jason's going to have to be number 1 and Chucky number 2, because as you look at Jason and where like the growth of him into a character from, you know, the first ones through the final chapter, part 3, Manhattan, he starts to become legendary, and he's almost the the mirror image of Michael. He just has more of a supernatural thing going that's very naked that you can see. So I like I like Jason to be number one because he's he's the Rushmore of slashers at this point. You got to respect him. That's one thing I'm going to say. Friday the 13th fans come hard behind this guy, and I like more. This the reason. This is how I got my answer. I like more Friday the 13th films than I like Chucky. I enjoy more. Like it has. So that's my answer, man. Jason number one.
I mean, and he's part of I call it the Holy Trinity. You got Freddy, Michael, Jason. Those are the top three. I mean, everybody else is cool. Obviously, they're icons and stuff. But I mean, if you ask majority of people, they're going to name you one of those three. You'll hear some Chuckies in there, and stuff like that. But I mean, you literally have three teams, technically two, if you really break it down, between Michael and Jason. There's some there's Freddy fans out there, obviously, and that's why, he comes in third, I think, on those top three. But I mean, when you think of it, between Michael and Jason, they're the two titans. It's like Godzilla and Kong, right?
Yeah.
You got all the other monsters, but Kong and Godzilla are right neck and neck. So
definitely. Yeah, I definitely agree with you, Nightmare. That was an awesome that you just said that for sure. And Anthony Mack, here's your video, man. You're literally making me reach in my inventory, man. But enjoy this one. Speaking of Busta Rhymes.
Oh God, no.
So you want to be on Dangertainment? Let's see what you got.
Oh, it's kind of glitched. I got to do it over, man. I got to make sure you see this, you guys. I don't want to half-ass it. We're going to try to do that again. I cannot get over this. He just Bruce Lee's Michael. Like, what the fuck? What was going on with this? Like, look how he roundhouse hit Myers. And when you look at it, hope you enjoyed that, by the way, Mac Attack. But he just kicks him, man. And it's like, what the fuck is going on? Like, when I seen that as a kid, man, Nightmare, man, I was like, he can't. I even knew, I was smart enough to know, because Resurrection was one of the ones my grandmother took me to see. I was smart enough to know he can't do that. Why the hell I'm so young, like, talking to my parent, like, my grandmother. I'm like, Michael will kill him. I'm just so young. Like, I'm Michael Myers. You're going to ruin the whole effect. I'm like, no. I knew as a kid, I was smart enough to know this is bullshit. But now that I'm grown, I'm like, this is literally freaking dog shit. I mean, I watch it when, the marathons are on, but I watch it. But if you look at it, I feel like if you look at Halloween Resurrection as a comedic Halloween movie, which I don't know how you would look at any Halloween movie comedic, but if you just go in knowing that you're about to laugh, I guarantee you will like it more. He's like, I'm watching my Chung Lee. Who the hell is coming to my door? Like, man, that shit is so corny, bro. And they're fucking going off these old ass phones. He's upstairs, and I'm like, it almost killed me.
I think they purposely did that shit to make it funny, like a parody, or or even Busta Rhymes, like, oh, this is what I'm gonna do if I'm gonna be in this movie, because at the time he was, like The Rock, where everybody's all up on him.
Well, I want to get one of my guys' questions. I seen him put some questions in here. So, Little Joy says, Brandon, The Thing, The Shining, Halloween 2, or Scream 2. So are you telling me? So comment, Joey. Are you telling me to rank it, or which one do I like most? So put the way you want us to answer that in the comments, and we'll get to that, man.
Well, there's no us. He told you. You answer that one.
No, definitely.
No, you ain't putting that on me.
Joey has some. I'm telling you, Joey has some great questions too, man. Since day one of Friday Night, he always gave me a run for my money. Danielle said we're converting into the Friday the 13th fandom. I like it. He will never take the spot of Myers. I'm giving him a chance though. I'm starting to like Jason now that I watch him a little more. His theme to me is kind of off though. It's like it could be better, but
wait till you're walking in the park at night or at a park or by the water. Yeah. It's creepy when you think of his theme song though. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, because as a kid, I used it does sound fucking weird when you hear it, but it's almost like it should be in a paranormal movie. When you,
I can't wait till you. Like, have you watched all of them yet?
Yeah, I've watched them. Like, along my journey of being a horror fan. But
yeah,
I've watched. I watch sometimes. Friday the 13th. I pick my favorites to watch, but I've never watched them like consistent, like I'm doing now, to understand it.
Yeah,
a little more. So yeah, I'm on a journey of watching them all while I'm, having a knowledge of trying to get the love of this character. So
yeah, definitely. Because I watched them one year, a couple of years ago. Like all I just had a Jason like binge watch. I think when the game came out.
Yeah.
It like sparked, the thing that sparks your collection. Like I got a whole tank of Jason stuff, but like I think my favorite question when I get asked or like it happened is like your favorite look. Because there's so many different looks of him, and they're all iconic in their own way. But it's like, which is the best look for him? Like that's the cool stuff I like.
Definitely, I love the look of
whatever one you like.
The New Blood Jason, that is crazy.
Yeah, that's my favorite. Yeah,
bro, that right there, he was.
That's different. Just badass. You can't like. Yeah, that's creepy. That's scary.
And I like the Jason Takes Manhattan, how he was gooey with the squeaky boots and shit like that. But I love that. I love Jason Lives. He has the button up. He has some great looks though. That's one thing you can't take from Jason. He's awesome, man, with the looks. Maybe I should. Man, I'll be getting ideas while I'm on streams. I'll see if it makes a little sense. Let me think about it more. Anthony Mack, man, Mack Attack. Fucking. I mean, this is a little hard because some ones out there that that I want to say that I think Nightmare kind of knows what I'm about to get into. So Anthony Mack, horror franchise that gets the least amount of love. I'm gonna let you go first, Nightmare. Go for it.
Oh, gee.
He's over there rubbing his head like, what the fuck? What you think?
There we go. Can it be out of like all the franchises, or are we just like, is there a select group of them? I guess.
Horror franchise. I think he's probably saying like out of all of them,
like in general, all of them. Damn, that's kind of hard because
I have two. To be honest,
it would. Yeah, I guess it would depend because it's just people like underrated, meaning they don't get enough love, or it's just like people aren't giving them attention for movies and merch. I'm gonna assume it's just people, they're underrated. Honestly, and I'm sure you guys are probably tired of those who've seen me with Brandon for a while. I gotta give it to probably Pumpkinhead as one of the franchises that doesn't get enough love.
Yeah.
Because it's just one of those classic monster movies, of revenge and it can connect with people, like when someone does you dirty or something, or kills somebody you love, and you got this monster that you can summon, but you damn yourself, and it's like I get the after part 2, the other sequels, they were good stories. It's just they were executed poorly, and I think that if they were executed right, maybe because it has a fandom, but it's not as strong as like Freddy, Michael, Chucky, But I don't think it gets enough credit, especially that first movie doesn't get enough. I mean, that was like I wouldn't say the first monster movie, but I mean that was like Stan Winston's like first movie that he directed. You know what I'm saying? And then you got Lance Hendrickson, or Hendrickson, whatever his last name is. He wasn't going to do the movie, but when he read the script and he realized that like the father, that the son, pops up and is like, "What did you do, Daddy?" And like, you made a mistake, and that's what brought him to the, to the franchise.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's just I think it's underrated because there's so many good things about that movie from the practical effects, the story of hurt and vengeance, and not only that, but it scared the shit out of me as a kid, and I still have nightmares to this day of Pumpkinhead like chasing me, or I think I do
Yeah.
not want to get cornered by him, and
Yeah.
he's my favorite. I mean, you know that, you talked to me long enough,
Yeah.
but yeah, I mean, I would definitely say
I
Pumpkinhead.
knew you was going to choose Pumpkinhead. I knew it.
Yeah.
Definitely. Oh, that's a great pick because that Pumpkinhead definitely doesn't get talked about a lot, when it comes to horror. But he's starting to make a appearance with the merch. He's coming back for sure.
Oh yeah.
So one franchise that I'm gonna put. I know you guys are like, I know which one he's gonna do. I don't think you guys know. The Conjuring universe, just the Conjuring universe in general. I'm a huge Conjuring fan, man. I love Valak, the Annabelle. I love it, bro. I just love Lorraine and Ed. I love their story. I'm a big fan. I always wanted to go to the Warren Museum. I wanted to so bad.
Yeah, me too. I want to go. Yeah.
Yes, and I knew that they were doing like tours, like virtual tours and stuff. I don't want that. I want to go in there. I will respect Ed and Lorraine Warren. I promise I will not touch shit from the stories and the horror stories I've heard about the guy crashed on a motorcycle when he was.
That's the best thing for you to do if you're gonna go, because that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna wait till it's back at their occult museum,
Yeah.
because I'm gonna tell you, Ed Warren, and they started doing that crap before Lorraine died.
Yeah.
And at that point, I mean, she's old. What is she gonna, do? But if Ed was alive, he would be pissed off because he did not want that shit to leave that house.
Yeah.
And you're taking that shit out into the world for people who are going to be stupid. Look, there was a dude who jumped the fence to go throw a pie at the Mona Lisa. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you're going to have the actual Annabelle doll out there and all these other cursed. Why? Because you want money for it? Like, why would you put something that's what you like? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like for me, I would respect Ed and Lorraine and do the tour as you're supposed to, where it's safe.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I get you for sure. The Conjuring, definitely.
Yeah, because I feel like The Conjuring, you guys, the reason I say this, Mac Attack, is because I know, a lot of people are like, man, Conjuring, it is legendary. That was one of the first, movies and, in the a franchise, just, you could consider the universe franchise, whatever you want to call it, that really frightened me and gave me a moment where I tensed up a little bit, oh shit, and that's rare for me, man. I don't get scared of slashers and stuff like that, but one that did put a little fear in my heart was Ethan Hawke, and that just happened a few days ago. And you guys, when you check that out, you will see why in certain situations that man kind of makes you feel like, I wasn't scared, but it was kind of like he makes you feel like, he's kind of off, man.
Unsettling, yeah.
Yeah, he's like, unsettling. Perfect, unsettling. But you guys go check out Black Phone. You'll understand what I mean. But slashers don't scare me, but The Conjuring did. Valak, the Crooked Man. But the scariest scene in The Conjuring, bro. And what's crazy, you can't even say the scariest scene. You can say, basically you can just pick. It's like a basket of candy. You can just pick. So, 1 second. Let me see.
Yeah, it definitely made waves and big monumental moves for the paranormal side of horror. It made it more scary, to be afraid of ghosts and demons and things like that,
Yeah.
Because I don't know what the hell Ouija was. That was just.
Yeah.
That was horrible.
Definitely. So the scariest scene. Let me see. So I'm gonna tell you right now, so you can prepare for a nightmare. The wife is actually coming home with some bags she needs help with, so I'm gonna need you to be I like scary for about 5 minutes.
Oh God, those are some big shoes to fill.
I'm gonna need you to be I like scary for about 5 minutes. If I decide, I might end it off because we have been going for a long time. Just turning a second, we're doing so good, man. So with the scene where she's in the living room and the guy's in the corner of the rocking chair, and she's watching the TV and it cuts off, and you just hear him growling like, "Rrr," or he says, "My house." Oh my, bro! Talk about a damn jump scare. Talk about something that makes, I don't care how badass of a person you is, how you don't jump and you're just so numb. That shit got me like so tense when he says my house, or where the kid is like in the tent and he rolls the freaking firefighter truck in there and it comes by. I'm like, oh shit. So definitely, man. Conjure for me, but I also want to throw in Leprechaun. If you know me, I feel that it doesn't get enough love. I know that it gets kind of cringy along, their franchise, but you know what I mean. So, McIntyre, that's my answer, man. The Conjuring for me, and I also want to throw in and be nice, Leprechaun also. So, Conjuring is a franchise that doesn't get enough love. And Little Joy also said he was telling us to pick our favorite out of that, those groups. So it was like he had Halloween 2, and he had The Shining. He had some good ones, man. Because I remember you was like, bro, this is the question not for me. Yeah, he definitely had some good ones.
Let me see. I could try to.
What was it? Halloween 5 for sure is what he said. 1981. Oh, he said, Brandon, what movie do you like better, The Predator, The Thing, Shining, or Halloween 2? So those are our choices. I'm going to have to go with I'm gonna tell you which one is making it hard for me: The Shining and Halloween 2. Those are the ones that are making it like really complicated. Cause I love both of those films. I'm gonna have to go with The Shining, bro. Jack Nicholson, that is golden. And the seventh, whatever he says, like, bro, that right there, he's coming up the stairs with the axe, and here's Johnny and everything. You gotta look in the freaking, Danny with the Grady. That is legendary. Halloween 2 is legendary, but it's not more legendary than The Shining. I tell you that right now. I don't think it has The Shining, man.
Yeah, I will go with The Shining too, just because it was based on like the actual hotel and that you can go there. It's so much. I don't know. It's just great, with the ghosts and being driven crazy, and it is kind of unsettling too, because I mean, it like flash into the twins and then the elevator of blood, and then like it's just it messes with you mentally, because you kind of feel like you're there. Like you're Jack, and you're like seeing like all this is happening, and you're like you're kind of going crazy yourself when you're watching it.
Yeah.
The most suspenseful thing was Wendy's cigarette ash, though. Yeah. I was like, please ash that cigarette, like here.
Long ass ash, bro. And if someone actually in a group on the horror group had one of those for sale, like they had like like her like it was a long piece of ash you can buy. Like and it has her picture. I'm like, bro, what the fuck? So I'm kind of running out of videos, Mac Attack. So we're gonna go with the golden video of the channel. So here we go, man.
Here's dress some blue suede shoes. Would you like a drink?
Yes,
we'll gather at the river. The beautiful.
It's how he says beautiful. Beautiful. Oh my God.
You're after it, ain't you?
Yeah. I see it. You're after it. I'm like, what the hell is he talking about? I remember saying that, man. And when I first seen it, I did not know he was gonna start singing. I was so young. I'm like, did he just fucking start singing? But he did. But let me see. Oh my God. Mac Attack, other damn super chat. Danny has hopped into a freaking category of horror that is going to be very complicated to make you think, because they're all terrified in their own way. So, fuck. Anthony Mack says, rank The Conjuring, Sinister, and Pet Sematary. How the hell do we supposed to do that? How is that possible, Nightmare? How the hell are we going to rank those? What the fuck is... You got to give me hold up, man. You really have to let me think about that, because I love all these films. I even love, a lot of people don't like the reboot of Pet Sematary, but I think it was cool, man. If we're going off, I'm gonna say you're gonna say we're going off the original. fuck. And he didn't say pick one. He made sure to say rank. That's what makes it harder. He says rank. You rank them. You don't pick one. I'm not gonna make you do it easy. Take the easy way out. We're gonna have you rank them. Nightmare.
Don't you look at me. All right. But you're taking the next one, all right?
Yeah.
I don't care how hard it is. You're taking.
This one is hard for me. Oh my.
All right. So I would go with Sinister for number 3, just because I was not a big fan of it. I didn't. The thing I liked was the recorded videos of the people dying or being killed. Yeah. That was like the only thing I liked about it. Other than that, I just the killer, the ghost or monster, whatever you want to call it, Mr. Boogie or whatever his name was. I just wasn't feeling it. It was yeah. So yeah, number 3, number 10 if possible. But between The Conjuring and Pet Sematary, I like The Conjuring because it's like I said, it made monuments in horror for paranormal and ghost, demons, all that good stuff. But I would make that number 2 because that's kind of like this generation now that we movies that we're getting and spinoffs and stuff like that. And I would make Pet Sematary number 1. Just because I love, again, if you kind of go back to Pamela Voorhees, right? The loss of a child.
Yeah.
What you're willing to do to get your child back, right? Yeah. And knowing that it's a possibility that I can bring my child back from the dead by burying him here, you're going to take it. And then the suffering you have to go through, because now you have to put the kid down. Yeah. Because you know that this kid is evil and, so it's like you're getting stabbed twice in the heart. You lost your kid, you want him back, you bring him back, and then you realize some things are better left dead, right? Yeah. Like sometimes dead is better, right? Yeah. And but not only that, just the sister, in the blue dress, like,
oh my,
like I would go against the nun, the crooked man, before I go against her. Like, I would freak the hell out if I came home one day and that bitch was in my bed. Like, nope.
Traumatized me as a kid.
And not only that, but Church, my cat, I got a cat that's like brown and black, and I named him Church because that's the most badass cat in the world. Yeah. I love the original Church, but the new Church looked so much more badass. Yeah. Especially like at the end of the movie, remember when he like hops up on the car and he's got like these little blood, he's all wet. Like, you can't fuck with Church. Church is like number 1, Yeah. So I gotta give it to Pet Sematary for number 1.
I definitely agree with Nightmare, man. Sinister number 3. It's a good film. You can't take away from Ethan Hawke. Again, the man from Black Phone. Awesome actress. It just wasn't, it was good if you don't compare it to Pet Sematary and films like The Conjuring. You compare it to some films that are history now. Sinister, is approaching. I feel like it's not history. It's kind of, it's in there, but it's like The Conjuring and Pet Sematary are different. So, as much as I love The Conjuring, you can't take away from Pet Sematary, man. That's a legendary film. The ankle cut as a kid, when he cuts the ankle, I'm like, bro, that shit just traumatized me. And then just the storyline, he buries it, it comes back, and it's like Stephen King, bro. Thinking of that, bro, to think like you bury something that comes back to life. That thought right there is fucking wow. And by the way, I love Pet Sematary too. The guy who plays John Connor. I love it, bro. And his friend is so cool. So I love Pet Sematary too, by the way, to throw that out there. But I'm gonna have to go with Nightmare said, man. He put it in good words. And it's about the history and the legendary. The energy around Pet Sematary, man. That film right there, you cannot take anything from it. It created that Conjuring feel, and I'm pretty sure that's why Mac Attack put the Pet Sematary in that category, because it's like it was the GOAT. It was the one that set the tone in certain ways. I mean, Exorcist is like that also, but it set the tone kind of for those type of films. So I love The Conjuring, but my favorite out The Conjuring is Conjuring 2. when you get introduced to Valak, and you get introduced to everything what comes with this series and stuff like that. So I definitely agree, man. But number one, Pet Sematary. Number two, The Conjuring, man. And we have to give you your video. Mac Attack. Here it is, man. Enjoy it. Awesome questions, Mac Attack, man. You're killing it. Get some of these comments, you guys. We're going to end here just shortly, man. Gotta give. I'm gonna try to stretch it to the 3-hour mark so I can say I did a 3-hour stream with my guy Nightmare. Even though we freaking almost did like a 6-hour stream, that was crazy.
Yeah.
I think it'll be a solid stream, man. Just me and Nightmare on here chilling, man. This was a good one, man. I see how Mermaid says, Rachel, I'm going to twist your back like mine so you can never get out of bed again.
Just because of her, I every now and then I gotta sit up straight and I get my back.
You gotta crack that back, man.
I gotta crack that bag. I'll catch myself like I'll be at the store. I see somebody that's all like, I'm like, nope.
Yes.
I ain't trying to be that old guy that's like, yeah, no. I'm doing it now. God damn it! Like,
hold up, you guys. Probably fun. Let me see. Okay. The scene with Valak in the hallway gets me every time. Yes. When she's like, Mom, what's that? Or who's that? And it's like, oh my, bro. That even though it's so basic, bro, when you hear that, I'm like, what the fuck?
You know what I liked about part 2? And it's so crazy. I gotta find the video, but I love the fact that they played that Christmas song. You know, every time when she came up, like the joyful graduation, bright, like that gave me goosebumps because it's like just seeing her. And I did a video because I have her picture on my wall in my room.
Yeah,
of the painting that Ed did, and I did a slow cam of it going up with that Christmas song playing, and then zoom in on the gold eyes, how yellow they were, dude. I love that. Was my favorite scene. And especially like when, like, what was it, the TV or something fell and it was playing the song. Yeah. Like it just went with her, you know? And I was like, I was really hoping that in The Nun they would play it, but then I found it was a period piece. But yeah, that Christmas song goes perfect with her for some reason.
Bro, I love the freaking, I freaking love the song. And, but another song to talk about that's scary is The Tiptoe. The Tiptoe. Yeah. I'm like, oh my fucking God. Jason says, give a thumbs up to the channel. I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. I think I know how Michael ends. Halloween ends. Michael is going after the wrong person. What makes you think that, Jason? You think he's gonna go after the wrong person? What happened to Michael Myers has no sister? He's going out to the wrong person. It's not Laurie Strode. I can see them trying to make him. I've actually heard a theory that they're saying that some people, like people, are going to try to impersonate Michael. That's going to get them hurt and ends. I mean, you know how it goes. You know. Mac Attack says, "Yo, fellas, love the input on everything. Great content. Thanks, man. And once again, I appreciate your support, man. You showed hell of support tonight with these questions. You kept me in Nightmare rolling, man. You kept us freaking rolling with these questions, like." You did a hell of a job tonight, and I'm so happy to have you on a channel, Mac Attack, man. Your support is awesome, and definitely, man, I appreciate you, man, for sure. Let me see. Have y'all seen Amusement with the Clown in a Rocking Chair? Yes. Freaking crazy. That freaking, bro, when he's in a rocking chair, Amusement just threw me off. I thought it was going to take like a carnival type of twist, but it was the complete opposite. You know, it was the complete opposite. For sure. Let me see. Like which ones you like better. That's me. Yeah, you guys. Great live. Happy I didn't miss the live. That for you guys. We had Nightmare on the live. It was awesome, man. It went perfect. Like we talked about a lot, covered a lot. And tomorrow, you guys, I'm going to be on Nightmare's channel, man. Talking horror nights and us trying to put together our own speculation map. So this would be interesting, especially after talking all these horror movies. Definitely was super cool. But shout out to all you guys, all the members of the channel, all the subscribers. You guys make the channel, and it means a lot to people like me and freaking Nightmare Corner. You guys showing your support and showing us that we're doing something right. And I appreciate you guys. And I definitely do, man. We got a lot of stuff planned for the class. Nightmare's going to be on the channel a whole lot more. I'm going to be on his channel, like I said, in the next few days. Tomorrow, I think we have another, the Horror Land. We have the Horror Land coming. That's going to be cool. So I'm excited, man. These ideas me and Nightmare are coming up with are so freaking cool. Yo, could you send the link to Nightmare's channel? Yes, I actually can. I'm going to put it in the chat right now, guys. Definitely go check out Nightmare Corner. You will love Nightmare Corner. My guy is one of the only people I know to have a Halloween store in his fucking house. How about that, you guys?
Yeah, no, I appreciate you guys coming over and hanging out on my channel and watching my videos. I appreciate it. You know, I have fun on Brandon's live, and you know, he has fun on mine, and it's cool. You know, and it's good to. I don't want to say share subscribers, but it's cool to have the same people. You know, the same community, no matter what channel you're on. You know, and you know, I love the fact that like these questions and stuff like that. Like I love that type of stuff. You know, and I love getting people's inputs. You know, I always say in my videos, you know, comment down below, let me know what you guys think. I try to reply as much as I can. You know, like Brandon said, we're having a live tomorrow on my channel at 6 p.m. Central, or you're specific?
I don't know. I'm Eastern.
Eastern, so it'll be 6 Eastern, 5 Central. But yeah, we're gonna be talking about Halloween Horror Nights. So if you guys are into Halloween and Universal Studios and stuff like that, definitely come along and help us put this map together, because my sick twisted mind isn't enough to put a whole HHN map together. So that's why I talked to Brandon, because Brandon's a big HHN fan, Helvington as well, and you know, you guys definitely too. I mean, I think it'll be fun, you know, to pick our own houses and scare zones, and if we butt heads on something, we can battle it out like we did, you know, for the Face of Halloween. You know, to make this like the best HHN fake map in the world. You know?
It's going to be crazy. I'm looking forward to it, to get the chance to speculate and put a map together. And like I said, you guys definitely check out my guy Nightmare, man. This is my guy when it comes to horror, man. It's like, you know, we love the same thing. And like I said, you guys, you know, you will see him just a lot more. Just us talking to shit with horror, and just we got a lot of stuff planned and everything, like I told you guys. And like I said, I really love you guys, man. I mean that. You guys definitely make the channel and what keeps us going and stuff like that. So tomorrow I will be on Nightmare's channel. Go check out Nightmare and tell him you're from I Like Scary. Even though I feel like Nightmare's a part of the I Like Scary family now, you know, horror clash. But you guys gotta love Nightmare, man. It's awesome, man. I appreciate you for coming on, man.
Yeah, no, thank you for having me. You know, I enjoy this type of stuff. I mean, it's either this or watching HHM videos and teasing myself even more, you know. So
definitely. Had so much damn fun. But you guys, unfortunately, this is the end of the video, and I want you guys to stay scary out there, man, and be looking out for some more content. Like I said, go to Nightmare's channel tomorrow, check us out, and I know what Nightmare is going to say. Don't be a monster out there, man. Don't be a monster. And once again, you guys are amazing. And Nightmare, I will check in with you in the chat on IG, and we can set up some more stuff for the future and talk about some ideas or something.
Definitely, I'm down for it.
Definitely, and yeah, you guys, man, stay scary out there. Until next time, peace out. Catch you on the next one, Nightmare.
Don't be a monster.
Yeah, don't be a monster, guys.